Oh my God, we're here.
Are we live yet? I don't. Did we go live?
We're live. Thank you, Rich.
I'm reading my Demon Hunters book. I didn't notice. Are we live at this time?
We're doing this. We're doing this right now, whether you like it or not, Rich.
I did not real. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of Demon Hunter book going on here. Is your book Espanol?
It is.
Oh, see,
It just so happens to also be in Espanol.
muy bueno. So is this going to be an Espanol game, or are we gonna?
Oh God,
is.
I hope not.
So we
Please,
can-
don't
You already
do
used
that to me.
all the Espanol words that I know.
Oh,
I'll be,
guacamole.
I'll be ordering a lot of beer. That's
Oh, definitely.
Well, speaking of beer, let's have a shot.
Turns out all problems in this session can be solved by ordering beer.
Oh, by the way, are we live?
Demon Hunter is a nuanced game that way, where
You have to order it, flashily,
That's right.
or whatever.
That's right. That's right. So hey everybody,
Forceful.
we are High Shelf Gaming. This is day 8 of our 12 days of gaming, which is phenomenal. We are like rounding the bend. Tonight, Hugo from the Death Die Club GMing for us, dude. Thank you so much for putting this together.
No, thank you very much. Thanks for trying it out. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. So a couple of announcements, everybody. We are going to be playing some Demon Hunter tonight. We've got myself all the way over on the right-hand side of the screen. Next to me is Rich.
I'm not below you.
No, you're next to me today. You're been next to me.
Okay.
I don't think that worked, but I tried. Next to Rich is Ethan playing the Golden Ocelot, which I think you're a luchador wrestler guy.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. And next to the Golden Ocelot, played by Ethan, is Koji Bear, played by Mike. And I think
Right.
you're the sidekick?
Yeah, exactly. I'm his sidekick.
But you're also like a bear.
Am I?
We don't know. There's a picture of a bear, and I think it's a stuffed animal. But it
With the
might not be.
scissors.
Yeah, with the scissors. It's very scary. Yeah, so that's all good stuff. We are, of course, everybody, going to be raising some money tonight for
Where's
the
Hugo
Forever
at?
Project.
Where's Hugo at?
Hugo is in the lower left side of the screen.
Down there. Okay,
Yeah.
just checking.
Ish.
Yep.
Are you in the game, Dave?
I'm in the game. I'm playing.
Oh my gosh, I did not know I was getting to play a game with you tonight too.
I know. We might not all make it.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
We only have like 4 hours. I gotta shut up. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, weird feedback from David. Uh-oh.
Wah, 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 wah.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, hopefully... Oh, you know what I could do is I could turn this down.
Let me do a mute and I'll do a test. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
that'll
gonna
work.
mute you over here.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. All right, so everybody let us
You
know...
sound significantly different on stream. I think maybe what's going into OBS might not be the same mic that's going into Discord.
Oh, no.
It's kind of what it sounds like because I can hear like your whole room,
Oh,
stream.
no. That is terrible.
but not in this call.
That... Okay.
Hey Mike, how's it going out there, brah?
How about this? Is this better? I feel like I just changed a thing that was important to change. So
Discord.
we'll see if that's now a better scenario for everybody. It was very shouting into the fan before.
Oh, I love to do that as a kid. I would just, this is going to show my intelligence. I would just spend hours going wah, wah, wah as the fan blades went by. And my
See,
mom
like,
would just be in the
minutes-
corner going, how are we ever going to get him out of the house?
Minutes or seconds is the appropriate amount of time for
Yeah.
that. I don't know if I'd stretch it all the way to hours.
Wah. It was fun.
All right, chat. Tell me if the audio is better. I changed the mic source, so hopefully it's not like you're hearing the whole room anymore.
It sounded better to me.
Okay, good. So let's see here. Trevor Project. We're raising money tonight for the Trevor Project.
Oh,
This is our
let's go
whole
donate.
series.
Let's go donate.
Is all about raising funds for this amazing charity. I'm going to toss a little command in the chat here. The Trevor Project is a charity that saves the lives of LGBTQIA folk in America. They do that through suicide prevention, which is something that's near and dear to my heart. It has touched my life a couple of times. And it's something that I want organizations like this to do well, even in these hard times. And so I'm super excited for us to be able to spend 12 days playing games together, but in doing so, also trying to raise some actual funds for these folks to do a very important and needful job in the world.
Dave, do it one more time for me.
Oh yeah, I got you, dog. You know what? Donate.
I got it in my phone where all my monies work, and that's what I was saying in chat. And there we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hundo percento. Yeah.
Back to you.
So that's our mission. That's our goal all the way until the 2nd. We're gonna take off New Year's Eve, but we're gonna play the 1st and the 2nd as well. And we've got more games from the Jabroni TV crew coming on. We've got more games from, of course, HSG crew to do. And in there that I'm. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we've got Jabroni's doing tomorrow's game, and then we've got 3 more games from HSG going off. One with John Harper. Tonight, we're doing a bunch of cool ass giveaways, yo. We are giving away 3 Vampire the Masquerade vouchers from Modifius, right? And
I'm getting one of those.
And they make the Vampire the Masquerade. They make a bunch of role playing games and like a bunch of other content. They're a prolific company at this stage. And then we're also giving away a Hades Steam code plus the super giant Steam games situation, which includes like their Transistor and a bunch of other games that they make.
Bastion.
Yeah, Bastion.
Higher.
Yeah, and it's going to come with the soundtracks for those games, which is super dope.
Dave, I've been doing
Fire's
$10 every stream. I accidentally entered an extra 0 today.
Well, thank you, Rich. getting us on the way.
I think I did. Am I
Right.
turning red right now?
Oh no,
Because I was like, oops.
you're so red. The room is red. I can't tell if you're red from embarrassment or drunk or just lighting at this
It's
stage.
both, all 3.
It's all 3.
And our physical giveaways tonight is going to be another Super Giant Games giveaway, which I think is the Hades game and soundtrack on disc. And then also we're giving away a map from Chi and Piku, DZE and Piku maps.
Yep.
Giving away one of their maps too, and their maps are gorgeous, like really.
Oh yeah, they're
gorgeous
great.
fantasy maps, just gorgeous stuff. So we're gonna give all of that stuff away tonight. So that's like 1, there's like 3, 4. That's like 4 things we're giving away to the chat. So chat, you better be on the ball. And then we're giving away a physical game at the end at the end of all of this, which is that Super Giant bundle and the Che and Piku maps. I'm never gonna get that right. I'm very sorry for Che and Piku.
It's all good, bro.
Thank you for that
It's
permission,
all about
my fellow
the beauty of it.
white brother. As we march forward into our issues. Okay, so I think those are all the announcements I have to get us going. We are going to be peppering the chat with folks with information throughout the evening. And Hugo, since we have 4 giveaways to do,
Yep.
just level set with me real quick. How long is our game?
It's
yeah.
it should be roughly 3 hours, but it's up to Rick. Let's see how things go with him. So
It'll be 4 hours, motherfuckers.
All right. So you tell me when is a good time to start our first giveaway. I'll kind of leave that up to you. If we've gone like an hour, I might ping you for a giveaway.
Got it. Okay.
Do I have time for a beer break?
No, we're going now.
Are you serious?
It's time
I'll
now.
be right back.
Oh my god!
Set the scene. I'll be right back.
Set the scene without you here. What the fuck?
This is why it's going to be 4 hours.
Yes.
He just did a break right before we waited to go live so he could do a break.
You know, I guess we could take this time to remind everybody that if you donate $10, you get a beta key for Legend Keeper, which is this wonderful campaign tracking, world building tool. And you can invite your friends to that. So I mean, you get 1 beta key, and now everybody you know can have a beta key.
Yep.
To Legend Keeper, and it's just $10.
Yep. And to enter into all the physical stuff, donate $20, and the $20 enters you in for tonight and every night for the rest of our stream, which is phenomenal.
Do you have to be present?
You don't have to be present to win the physical stuff. You do have to be present to win all the chat stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, all the virtual stuff, you got to be here, and you got to put in special code words into the chat to get your stuff. And the code words is the same every time because we're lazy. It's effective. Yes, I agree. Chat, we need to get Rich. Rich, we need to get you some wireless headphones so you can at least listen while you go and do your beer runs.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
All right. So Hugo, I'm going to turn it over to you, man.
All right.
Let's do this.
Okay. Great. So, well, thank you. Thanks for the invite. And well, let's play some Demon Hunter. So, I know that the game is new for all of you. So, I mean, I first want to start off with just like a general overview of the game. And I mean, of course, I mean, we can start playing, and as we go along, if there's something, I mean, I need to explain in terms of rules, I mean, I'll do it at that point in time. But I mean, the game is really simple. Well, first of all, I mean, Demon Hunter, I mean, the role-playing game is based on a series of let's say YouTube videos created by Dead Gentlemen, which are basically the same group that created the whole Gamers series. Not sure if you've watched any of those in YouTube. So it's interesting. It's basically Demon Hunter, just to give you a general reference. It's basically deals with an organization which is called the Brotherhood of the Celestial Torch, who's basically in charge of just, well, making sure that evil creatures do not take over the earth. That's basically it. And you're part of this organization, just making sure that, well, pretty much, I mean, nothing bad happens on Earth. In this world, I mean, you have vampires, werewolves, the Loch Ness monster. I mean, everything's real. So you get set up in cases, and you need just to be sure that, well, everyone's safe, while at the same time just making sure that the public at large is not aware of what's going on. It's sort of like an I mean, Men in Black sort of situation where you just want to be sure that no one finds about it. You have in your character sheets, you'll see that they are a little bit different versus, let's say, D&D, Pathfinder. I mean, the standard role-playing games. The system is sort of a mixture between Fate and the Cortex system, and it's you'll see it's very simple. It's in a sheet. You basically have all the information you need to play. So the first thing, I mean, you'll see is that you have approaches, and then right below it you have discipline. So instead of actually having like attributes or skills like in other games, in here you have approaches and disciplines. Approaches, they basically describe how you like to do things. So in this case, and I'm going to open Rick's character sheet, you basically have 6 approaches: careful, clever, sneaky, quick, forceful, and flashy. And you'll see that you have scores that can go from a die 4 all the way to a die 12. I mean, in case you are really, really good at something. And basically, the high scores, that basically represents how you like to do stuff. So, for example, if you have a die 10 in forceful, it basically means that you like to do things in a forceful manner. If you have, let's say, a die 4 in clever, that means that, well, you are not really clever when you execute any activity. Then right below it, you have disciplines, which basically the disciplines, they represent skills. And in here is a very simple system. You basically have 5 disciplines: combat and tactics, covert ops, mystic arts, research and development, and social engineering. And you also, once again, you also have scores from a die 4 all the way to a die 10, maybe even a die 12. And the way this works is very simple. Every single time you want to do something, you just let me know what you want to do, and we'll try to figure out which approach and which discipline tie out. Now, here's the trick. If, for example, you have a die 10 in forceful, you need to describe all your actions in a forceful manner, so you can actually use your forceful die. If you have a die 10 in careful, you need to be careful in everything you describe. So if, for example, I tell you, hey, well, you are standing right in front of a door, how do you open it? If you tell me, well, I kick it in, well, that's basically forceful, and I would say that probably uses also combat and tactics. So the only thing you need to do is you take both dice, you roll them, and if you roll higher than the difficulty number, that's basically it.
Oh, but let's say I wanted to open the door. And by the way, I had a little bit of metal flashing in my pocket. And I decided to push it around the door jamb to allow me to reach the mechanism. Would that be
Ooh,
clever?
yep, that would basically be clever.
Which
Exactly.
is a D10. Bow, 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 bow.
Exactly. So in here, you'll see that it's very important how you describe it. I mean, of course, if you totally run out of ideas, you can say, I'm using careful combat and tactics, which is great. I mean, it works. But of course, I mean, it's usually better if you just describe it. Okay.
Awesome.
Great. So now, when you actually roll a couple of things, so if you roll higher than the difficulty number, you succeed. If you roll lower, you basically fail. If you roll 5 over the difficulty number, you succeed with style. And usually that implies that something great happens. So we'll see, let's say, instance by instance. Now, one of the key things in the game that I want you to understand is that you have something, and actually you'll probably see it in Roll20. There are 2 key things in here, something that's called the faith dice and the demon dice. So what are those? So first of all, the faith die, those are like, let's say, like your force powers, let's say, if this was like Star Wars. And what happens in this case is whenever you want to do something extraordinary, you can use some of your faith dice. Now, to use those faith dice, what you need to do is invoke an aspect. Now, what does invoking an aspect mean? So if you take a look at your character sheets, you have a list of aspects that basically describe you as a character. So I'm looking, for example, at Rick's character, and the concept is an overly energetic some biologist. And a couple of the things, additional aspects that we have for Rick's character is that, well, she's good with a knife, and it's a medical genius. In this case, you're playing let's say sort of a witch doctor.
How
So
did you skip over Haitian voodoo priestess?
Well, I know you're gonna definitely use that a lot. So, but let's say, for example, if you want to, let's say you want to attack with a knife, and you tell me, "Hey, I'm very good with a knife. I should be getting a plus." You're right. So if you can basically use an aspect and tell me how you plan on using that aspect, you pay a faith die, and you get to add an extra die 6 to your roll. So basically, your faith dice, you can basically use them to buy extra die 6. Now, here's the catch. If you use a faith die before you roll, you get to add an extra die 6. If you use a faith die after you rolled, you only get to roll one of your 2 dice. So it's sort of a gamble. So if you use it before, of course, you get some extra dice, but of course, it might be an overkill. If you decide not to use them, you can decide just to roll them afterwards. But in this case, you only get to re-roll one of your dice. Okay? Great.
Yeah, you're
So
gonna have to explain all these die rolls again later. Just FYI.
don't worry. And finally, and well, I mean, I think the other piece that's really important is that just like you have faith die, you have demon die. So here's the deal. Faith die are great because you get to add extra dice to your roll. Now, the only problem is you start the game with 3, and each time you use them, you basically lose them. You can get them back. How can you get them back? Well, you can get them back 1. Is every time you roll a 1, I can give you an extra faith die, but that's going to have a consequence, and I'll explain in a minute. So just be careful. Every time you roll dice, if you roll a 1, you're going to get an extra faith die, but that's going to have a consequence. Option number 2 is if you see your character sheets, all of your characters have an aspect that's called a trouble. If you can get that trouble into the game, I mean, if you can somehow role play it and make it make life harder for you, you get an extra fate die. Okay. Now let's say you actually run out of fate die and you say, hey, it's like I don't have any fate die and I truly want to make this roll. Well, guess what? We have a pool of dice which are called the demon dice. And you can roll those demon dice whenever you want. Okay? You can roll 1 die, 2 dice, or 3 dice.
Oh, this
It's
sounds
up
bad.
to you. That's the catch. It's like every single time you roll a
Oh.
demon dice, I get one. And I can use those demon dice against you at any point in the game.
Do I have as
Okay?
many demon dice as I want?
Is you can have up to 3 demon dice for any single roll. But
Okay.
they are never depleted. So Ethan can use 3, Mike can use 3, you can use 3. It's like that. There's no limit. Of course, I mean, every single time you use them, I get more, and then I get to use them against you.
It's okay.
Okay? Great. For the rest of it,
let's just give him like 20. Let's
Just go ahead and pre-burn that.
So right now, I mean, if you see on roll 20, so all of you start with 3 fate die, and I start with 4 demon dice, basically 1 for each player character. Okay? And I think, I mean, that's the general aspects. We can go along, and I think it's a lot easier as we start playing. We can explain specifics on the rules, but it's, I mean, I think that's it. It's very simple. Great. Any questions so far?
good to go.
Great. Okay. So basically, let me explain to you something about the Brotherhood. So the Brotherhood, like I was telling you, they have all these chapters, which are basically small teams who are basically deployed to take care of different situations that might come up in any given part of the world. Let me actually show you how those chapters are structured. So chapters are usually classified with a Greek letter and a number. And of course, I mean, we start off with the Alpha team, which that's basically the best team inside the Brotherhood. There's only one Alpha team. Underneath it, you have the Beta team. You have 2 of those. Then you have the Gamma team. You have 3 of those, and so on. I mean, basically all the way down to Omega.
Are we the Zebra team?
It's almost your team Omega 189. Okay, and yeah, I mean, you're definitely not at the top of the food chain right now.
Sounds
Not
like
yet.
we're at the bottom.
Not yet.
No
We're
one
working our way
appreciates
up, baby.
Yeah, but well, let's put it this way. For the past 3 months, you're being basically printing out cover sheets for TPS reports. That's
Yeah.
basically what you've been doing.
They don't even trust us with the actual report. Just the
Yeah.
cover sheet.
No, just a cover sheet. No.
Yeah.
See, we need to take it one step at a time, right? But let me tell you, your supervisor, it's actually quite thrilled because, I mean, you are quite efficient. Your cover sheets are just like top notch. I mean, definitely they just have all the data. They are not skewed or anything. It's like everything's great. So just because of that, they are giving you a shot at actually going in an actual mission. Nothing very critical. Okay, it's sort of a recon mission.
Sure.
So you have, I mean, they get you into this meeting room, and basically your supervisor, I mean, starts just telling you about this mission, and he basically says, well, I mean, the Brotherhood has been really impressed with your cover sheets. We think we can actually give you clearance to actually go on an actual mission and just show us if you're actually, let's say, agent material. It's very simple. It's just a recon mission. But let me tell you a little bit about this.
Whoa. Who's in charge, first of all? Because I've put a lot of work into these cover sheets. I know I need to be the boss.
Who's in charge? You mean for the special mission? I leave it up to you. I mean, I could appoint Koji just to be in charge of it, but
Oh no,
if
you left it up to me. I'm in charge. It's good. I got it covered.
Koji knew that this was an important meeting, and so he's wearing a tie today, just to show exactly how serious he's taking
This
it.
Ted.
He's even got a little waistcoat, with the tie tucked in. Yeah.
We've entered TED territory.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
it. So,
I think
okay, let me see.
I
I think
think Jim is grumbling in the back, like blood and guts
definitely.
if he's
Jim,
in
go beat
charge.
on the printer some more.
The golden ocelot flexes. There is no purpose behind this, but he flexes.
Okay, just looking at how you are all behaving, I think definitely the doctor here is definitely the right person for the job. So, okay, Dr. B, you'll definitely be in charge of it.
Booyah! All that education just paid off, and it's Bijou. Dr. Bijou, please.
Bijou, got it. Okay, so the first thing, I mean, what he does is like he turns on the projector and he shows you the picture that you can see in roll 20. And he says, well, this picture you're seeing is Don Jorge, Count of Baldor. So he's a vampire. Okay. Now, well, not just any vampire, but he was actually quite one of the vampire lords in Europe. Just a little bit of a background. Around 1850, there was this large vampire war in part of Europe, and well, I can tell you that some of the vampires decided that it was probably a better option to flee to America and just to try to stay away of all the trouble. Now, Don Jorge here, I mean, his first option was to
Don
flee.
Jorge?
Don Jorge, yep. He was thinking about fleeing to the US, but I mean, that was pretty much already taken. So he just changed course and moved all the way down to Mexico, where he just settled in a small town. Everything was great. He got there. He purchased a large hacienda, and well, I mean, apparently he was very generous with everyone around him. And he actually managed to keep control of, let's say, his thirst for a while, basically just consuming small animals, cats, dogs, and the like. Uh, Unfortunately, that didn't last long. Uh, Roughly 5 to 6 years after he actually got to Mexico, he couldn't resist the urge and he started actually attacking humans. So, when a large number of bodies started appearing just completely drained around the hacienda, the folks actually started getting quite suspicious. So what happened was a small group of villagers. They decided to go into the hacienda and confront Don Jorge, where they found out that well he was a vampire, and well amazingly enough they actually managed to stop him. One of the townsfolks just well used a stake and just like got it through his heart. Um,
My kind of
Now,
people.
oh, definitely. And now the only problem in here is that, well, being a vampire lord, they were not sure if actually he would, I don't know, he would actually come back from this. So they took the body, put it in one of the cemeteries, and placed a large concrete slab on top of the tomb. Uh, Now, about a year later, the town folks actually started seeing a tree to start sprouting from the grave. Apparently, from the stake, a tree started to grow, and then the legend started, well, basically circulating that, well, the tree was just coming from the stake, and the day that the tree um, completely destroyed the concrete slab, Don Jorge would come actually back. Uh, that picture you're seeing there, that's the vampire tree. You can see it has grown quite a bit for the past roughly 100 years. Um, Now, most folks, I mean, they just take this as a sort of a legend, and it's a nice story to spook out kids, but it's all true. Now, it's usually the only thing we do is we just take a trip a couple of times a year to Mexico, just take a look around the tomb, just make sure that the tree is not actually breaking the stone slab, and you just need to report back. It's an easy peasy mission. That's it. It's like I'm hoping you don't get into any trouble. I would say this is just recon. Uh, if you definitely feel like this is way over your head, just call us and we'll send someone more qualified. Sorry, I mean someone for higher rank, let's say, to deal with it.
Jim, I need a definition of the word hacienda. And director, what is a large quantity?
Large quantity, I don't know. Anything over 1.
Jim, definition of hacienda.
House.
Okay, I know what we're dealing with now.
These gringos, man, I don't understand.
Rar.
Okay. Do you actually have any questions, any requests for the mission?
Listen, I know everything there is to know about vampires. My cousin, El Santo, was in many films about vampires. So I've learned all there is to know. It's just,
How long ago
you
was he staked?
About 130 years ago.
And the last team you sent down there, they all came back just fine.
Yep. So far, yeah. I mean, this is come on. I mean, we wouldn't be sending you if it was actually dangerous. So don't worry about it. Just a routine mission.
Perfect.
Okay, Doctor. Anything you need for your team?
We need a vampire stake gun. I want one of those crossbows ones that immediately reload and shoot. We also need a vampire kit that's loaded with holy water, garlic, and all the accoutrements.
Got it. Okay, not a problem with that. Now, if you see, as a side note, if you see in Roll20, you have a list of situational aspects. So I'm actually gonna write in here. So you're gonna get a vampire hunting kit. Okay, and you are gonna get it with 3 uses. Now, how does that work? Basically, you're getting this kit. You can use it at any point in time you want, and it can basically allow you to add up to 3 die 6 to any roll. You can decide to use 1 die, 2 die, 3 die, any way you want. Okay.
How about
So there
that
you go.
crossbow stake shooting automatic repeater?
Let me put it in here. You want to have it?
Hells yeah. We want a shoulder-mounted crossbow that repeats silver-mounted stakes.
listen, if you're looking for weapons of mass destruction, you got 2 right here, eh?
It's like, okay, Doctor, if that actually makes you more comfortable, yeah, you can have it. So we have the automatic crossbow. Also, now this one, I'm only gonna give it to you with 2 uses. Okay. And finally, okay, the only thing I'm gonna ask you is the reason why we actually had you printing out TPS cover sheets is just because the first time we actually sent you on a mission, it didn't actually quite went as we expected. So we just be careful. I mean, we just don't want this to be a repeat of the last mission. So I'm also going to write in here a situational aspect, which is called the embarrassing target incidents. Okay. Also with 2 uses. Now, just to explain to this, so this situational aspect, in theory, it's a previous mission you already had. Now, I'm not giving you any more details about it, but if at any point in time you want to make reference to that embarrassing target incident, you actually get 2 extra dice. You can use either one of those. So the only thing is you need to explain to me what happened. Okay, but it's basically open to whatever you
Jim,
want
I
to.
promise we're not going to talk about what happened.
Got it. Any more questions?
All I need is sapphire and steel. The rest of this shit, I'll meet y'all down there.
Anything else, Doctor? Koji, Ocelot, are you okay?
I'm always okay. And I have Koji if I need anything else.
Hey, Koji, looking sharp today, huh? With the tie and everything. Ready for a job interview or something?
Rar.
Got it. Okay, so in this case, Doctor, don't worry. We'll just get you down there, just so you have it as a reference. Usually, the way the Brotherhood moves some of the agents around, they basically have. I mean, if you kind of like remember this whole scene, what was it? I think it was like on the Matrix on the second one. With the what was it? The Keymaster, I think. I don't recall what he was his name, where he had like
he
all
was
these.
called the Keymaster.
It was a Keymaster, right? Where he had like all the keys and he could open doors just to any place. The Brotherhood has something relatively similar. So basically, I mean, when you're ready, they'll just open up a door and you'll pop up just 1 or 2 blocks away from the actual cemetery. Any questions before you want to go?
I'll just mention that you all like. There's probably this moment when everybody's like turning and gathering their things to leave, and Silent Jim is like there, and then he's, which is a thing he
Okay.
does all the time.
So there's just like a mournful guitar riff in this place.
Koji just gathers up all of his papers, puts them in his briefcase. He just stacks them all neatly, puts them in his briefcase, shuts it, clicks it
Got
shut.
a little bared briefcase. Yes.
He's in Koji. Make sure you bring your scissors, okay? Vampires probably don't like that.
Okay, if you're ready, we'll just transport you over there.
Perfect.
Perfect. So basically, they just take you down a couple of halls. I mean, you eventually get to a weird-looking door, and the moment they open it up, you're basically just 1 block away from the cemetery. And actually, you can see the map, an overview map of the cemetery. So in this case, just some background. So the cemetery, it's called Belen. Okay. And it's relatively old. It has close to 200 years. It's close to 200 years old. And well, the only thing that apparently they neglected to tell you is that you're actually arriving to the cemetery on the Day of the Dead. So that thing is packed. Okay, you can actually see rows and rows of people. I mean, tons of flowers, tons of food. I mean, people everywhere. It's like, I mean, it's at least a 30-minute line to get into the cemetery. And as you're approaching, a couple of things you notice here in the map. So the first thing that catches your eye is that exactly to, let's say, on the southern part of the cemetery, you see a very large construction crew in here, and I'm actually going to mark it here in the map. So apparently part of the wall, I mean, something happened. It seems like it fell apart. And you have, I mean, part of the area, it's actually cut off from, no one can actually get close to the wall. And you have a whole construction crew in there, just like, I don't know, just looking at the wall, just trying to repair it. And you can see that actually, I mean, the crew is all the way inside the cemetery. Right near the entrance, of course, you see the 30-minute line to get in. And of course, I mean, a couple of groups of, like, let's say, tourists also gathering there. Yeah, sorry, David.
So as the crew is walking up, you all see leaning against the wall show up. Jim's got a little Polaroid photo in his hand, and as you get a little closer, you see him crumple it up, shove it in his pocket. Line's a little long, but like there's a hole in the wall. A couple of guys.
Doctor, what are you up to with your crew?
What is going on with that crumpled picture, Silent Jim?
Oh, a little personal bit. Figure put it up on the offer.
Where are we going to break through these guys on the side that are just working the couple of guys on the side?
Look, I mean, I could just talk to some folks. I'm very famous, if you did not know. And even more famous is my cousin, Santo.
Koji, in an attempt to blend in down here, has a poncho and a sombrero.
Okay, so he's definitely done with the tie now.
Yeah, yeah. We've moved beyond time. We have to. You dress for the job you're doing, and this job is fitting in down here. He's got a bright yellow sombrero and a bright red poncho, and instead of a 6-shooter in a holster, he's got his scissors.
Wow. Okay. So you're basically standing there, okay, with the sombrero and everything, and you see a guy walk up to you and it's like, "Hey guys, how are you?" So, you're not from around here, right? Are you with the tour?
I point towards uh,
Golden
Ethan's
Ocelot.
character, Ocelot, towards Ocelot, and go roar.
Who is like, "Oh, sir, nice mask. Are you here for the tour? We're just about to start. It's like in 5 minutes we'll go in. Is this your whole group?"
Yes, this is our whole group.
Got it. Got it. Okay, so
Is this
just
wait? I have a question. Is this a scary tour?
it is. It is. Well, it's not as scary as the one at night, but definitely, I mean, you'll like it. I mean, if you really appreciate it, I mean, you can come back at night, and we can definitely give you the tour. And your tour guide appreciates any tips. So thank you very much. If you appreciate the tour, just pass the word. I have my profile in TripAdvisor. If you can also leave a positive review if you like it, that'll be great.
I'll be sure to
So
tip in American dollars.
Koji pulls
okay.
out his phone with, and it's actually like an iPad size, because and you hear the clicking of the claws from his paws as he tries to like type, and there's a lot of grunting and grumbling and backspacing because it's hard to type with big thumbs like that. But eventually.
Ooh, nice, nice. Okay, so yeah, your friend with the sombrero, he's ready for the tour, right? Okay. Anything else? Any questions? We'll just go. We'll get in. Don't worry. If you're part of the tour, we can cut through the line. So, I mean, just get ready. Just remember, no flash photography inside the mausoleum. But aside from that, we should be set.
I mean,
Great.
This sounds pretty good to me. I don't.
Yeah. Easy entrance. A lot cleaner this way too. I didn't want to have to make a ruckus.
I've never known you to make a ruckus. They don't call you Ruckus Jim.
So you basically see that, I mean, this guy, he's just like just making sure there's a separate line for the tour. I mean, for all the folks in the tour. You probably have a couple of minutes before you actually all go in. Is there anything any of you would like to do while you're waiting?
Just as like a cultural question, is there going to be like a place where people leave photos inside?
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay, cool. I like wanted to say I remembered that, but I wasn't certain, so I wanted to before I like did a whole thing around that. And then
Okay, no,
like,
definitely.
it's like, no, David, we actually don't do that in Mexico. It's like, oh, cool, that's great. Thank you.
Great. So let's go. So in this case, Bijou, would you like to do anything while you're waiting in line?
You're muted.
Muted.
I would like to pull out my book and nonchalantly just have a quick read while I'm in line, being covered and secure and safe.
Great. Ocelot, anything you're doing?
I'm gonna try to drum up a bit of a crowd, maybe get some appreciation for my muscles.
Ooh,
Just in
okay.
general, try to connect with the fans. It's very important.
Tell me exactly what you're doing. So, what is it that you're trying to do?
I'm trying to just really show off how impressive I am, my physicality, and maybe help some people remember, because maybe they didn't notice me at first, maybe they didn't recognize me at first, because I mean I'm very famous, but maybe I'm not quite that famous here at this particular cemetery. So I've pulled out my bottle of of nice oils, and I've oiled my torso.
Well, Koji's your assistant here, your sidekick. He reaches into his poncho, pulls out the squirt bottle, and just like
Yes, and I've also applied chapstick to my lips, and I
Okay,
get chapped through my mask, and I'm going to do a lot of flexing.
let's go for it. So I will say you're definitely doing something flashy. And in
Absolutely.
this case, it will definitely be, I'll let you decide whether, I mean, it could be either social engineering or you can use your French skill, which is like in this case is Mystic Luchador.
Oh
So
man, I feel like I'm a mystic luchador.
go for it. So you can roll 2d10. So the higher you roll, the better the impression you actually make.
Great, perfect. So I got a 5 and a 9.
Ooh, 14 is good enough. Okay, so basically what's happening is like you start just flexing. It's like while Koji just starts spraying you with oil and starts like, I mean, rubbing it all over the place right at the middle of the street. So I mean, you immediately see like folks like start gathering around you, just waiting for something. Some of them they start taking out their phones. I mean, kind of like even with the phones with the light like David's, just making sure they are having a couple of TikToks and
my
and
circle light.
is it your circle light? Yes. And some live transmissions, and you actually start gathering a crowd. I mean, you see a couple of folks approach you, just like asking you for autographs. So you're starting to gather a crowd, and Koji's just making sure, like as always, just making sure that, I mean, not everyone touches you at the same time, or just
Koji also
approach you.
has like a good stack of photographs with autographs on them. He pulls out from under his poncho with many things, and it's just like, oh, yep, no, yep, $5.
The O
The
and
poncho of
ocelot.
holding.
$5.
The O and ocelot is the mask. It's
Yes.
the mask with the little ears on it, and it's a golden Sharpie. It's not none of this black or silver business. It's gold.
It's golden.
Silent Jim is going to take this opportunity to slink into the cemetery while no one. While everyone is distracted by the golden ocelot's impressive display of physicality, Silent Jim is going to umbrally into
Umbrally teleport.
Teleport?
into the
What?
how do you think I got here?
Yes. So, do you want to go to any specific side inside the cemetery?
Yeah, I feel like from outside there's I can see there's a number of taller structures, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like Silent Jim, he doesn't like he's gonna go to like one of the back mausoleums and step out from behind it. You know, like the sun is casting a dark shadow over this one area, and Jim just kind of steps out from behind there and is suddenly present where everybody is around visiting the site, the graves, they're fallen and they're beloved. Like suddenly Jim steps out from the shadows and remembered to have kind of always being there.
Gonna scare the bejesus out of some poor 10-year-old.
Yeah,
Right,
because there's always a kid that catches it, right? But they can't say anything because they're a kid and no adult would ever believe them. Yeah,
There's the noir film like orchestra chords that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, he arrives.
Okay, so do you want? Is there any specific area in the map you would like to come out?
So I see like I wanted to say like this thing right here looks like a really big structure that Jim could step from behind and like suddenly be in here, and I've been here all the time. Don't you?
Got it. Okay, so without a problem, it's like suddenly you turn around and Silent Jim is no longer there. And Jim, you just like step out of the shadows, and now you're basically inside the cemetery. And what you can see from there here is, well, definitely a lot of people, just people everywhere. I mean, just carrying flowers. I mean, the pictures, everything. But a couple of things you actually do manage to notice is, well, you see here, I mean, this part of the wall that apparently collapsed. And you see that, I mean, they pretty much, I mean, just blocked out part of the area, apparently, I mean, for the repairs. Now, what you notice is that they actually blocked out the part of the vampire tree. So apparently, it's right now it's off limits to all visitors, because I mean they're basically doing repairs there, and you can see definitely a lot of construction workers. I mean, just trying to repair the wall, moving stuff around, and well, that's basically the key things you notice.
All right, good. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of mosey around this graveyard, being respectful. Yeah, Jim stays a little too long for at gravestones that have no meaning to him, right? And then kind of almost like he's walking an art gallery, right? But it's like obviously not an art kind of thing. As Jim just kind of cases this area here and catch up to the team.
Got it. So let me jump back with the team. So in this case, I mean, well, the Ocelot, I mean, you're still flexing, you're still, I mean, posing for pictures. Koji is ripping off a couple of tourists, of course, I mean, with overpriced pictures of the Ocelot. And you see the tour guide approach you. It's like, okay, guys, are you ready? Are you all ready just to go in?
Listen, folks, I must apologize. I have an appointment here with this gentleman for a tour. If you would like to purchase some photos, you may leave. I will leave a small stack here. You can leave your monies in this box. And set out a little lockbox. Okay, never mind. Okay. I'm being told by Koji that this is not how this works. If you want to get a picture, you have to find me next time. When you least expect.
Koji is this big roll of cash that
It's like, okay, so great. So I see. Oh, I think we lost one of you. It's. Are we okay if we go in? There's one of you missing.
He should be fine.
I think he went back the other way. But we're completely ready to go in. I've been reading about this graveyard so well that I'm ready to go in and see some things that are going on.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So, oh, great. Are you an expert in the area? Do you like history?
Very much so. Some people would call me a researcher and doctor of many things. And, I'm very curious about this graveyard and all the artifacts and people that are in it.
Oh, great. Then you'll love it today. Yeah. I mean, sorry. I mean, we had to change a little bit. I mean, the schedule for the tour is, as you probably saw, I mean, part of the area is right now under repairs. So we won't be able to visit the vampire tree today. But as a special treat, we're actually getting you down to the crypts. So, I mean, usually those are off limits. But I mean, given that right now it's the vampire tree is off limits, well, we're gonna take you the tour there, and I'm sure you'll definitely like a lot of the artifacts and items that we have in display there.
Excellent, the crypts. So we'll be going below level.
Oh, totally. But don't worry, it's like I'll be with you all this time, so you don't have to be afraid.
Listen, I am wondering what happened to your wall. It looked as though perhaps I might have leaned against it.
Oh man, I'm gonna. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give you a faith die for that. That's an awesome comment, man. Okay, so you see the guy, like, he's trying to figure out whether to laugh, tell you something, or it's like, yeah. Hey, well, no, it was actually a drunk driver. I don't know. It's like apparently he just crashed through the wall. It was a couple of days ago, but I mean nothing major. No dead people were harmed. But it's no, they're fixing it. Don't worry about it. It's
that's the laugh that like 5 people were killed.
Oh yes. Okay, so are you ready?
Yes.
Got it.
Lead on to the crypts.
Okay, so you see the tour guide. I mean, he just starts gathering all the folks. I mean, it's probably about 30 of you in the group, and he gets you through the front door. And of course, I mean, he immediately takes one of those like red flags. I mean, that most tour guides have, and his megaphone is so he starts talking. It's like, okay, so good morning, everyone, and welcome to this amazing tour of the cemetery. So. Today we're going to take you through some of the most iconic areas in this cemetery. We'll visit, for example, the famous tomb of Nachito, who's a ghost boy, I mean, legend has it that he still walks around here. And of course, I mean, we're going to pay respects to him. As a tradition, we need to pay respect to him if you don't want his spirit to actually uh, play tricks to you, or I mean, do something weird to you while you're actually visiting. Then we're gonna go to the central mausoleum, where you will definitely see a very nice collection of paintings. There's a temporary display in there. And we're gonna end the tour at the crypts. Like I told some of you guys before, unfortunately, a drunk driver ended up causing some damage here to the cemetery. So right now the vampire tree is off limits, but we're gonna compensate you by taking you to the crypts. Okay, so at any point in time, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask.
I look at the damage that was done to the wall. Is it strategically right beside the vampire tree?
Ooh, okay, that's okay. So I think you're trying. That's very clever. Now, I
Yes.
would probably go. Hmm. So I think I could probably go with an R&D. I mean, that definitely has, I mean, some engineering knowledge to it. So you would get to roll, in this case, a die 10 and a die 8. The higher you roll, the more information I can give you about it.
So /roll
While Rich is
1d10.
don't you have a thing you could like click?
It's well,
No, do I click it?
well, apparently the character sheet is not one of the official ones for Roll20, so I don't think it's working that well. So
I saw that you rolled 5 8s in a row, and that to me,
That looks
I see here in
sus.
the chat history. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I am
That's kind of
looking at.
impressive.
I'm going to try this. Clever.
Mhm.
No, hold on. Let me hit clever. No, I picked. Oh, it's not letting it go. Okay, I need to get my dice. Is what I need to
Okay.
do.
You were doing the right thing. I was pushing.
Did you see it in chat?
Nope.
Okay.
You were doing the /roll thing, and that's the right way to do it.
It looked like it was right. Let me get my dice real quick.
While we work on that, folks, we would love to be giving away some vampire vouchers, some Odiphius gift cards for you to purchase Vampire the Masquerade. So I'm going to turn on the giveaway machine here. Folks, to enter in the giveaway, all you have to do is put in 12 days in chat. And that's going to enter you in to win a voucher for Vampire the Masquerade from Odiphius. So any of their books that they publish, which there are many. So if you already have the core book, you may want one of the, like the Camarilla book or something like that. There's all kinds of cool stuff in there that they have for offer. And I believe that these vouchers are for virtual stuff, but maybe it's physical too. I don't know. But either way, toss 12 days in chat for your own chance to win. I'm going to do it because I don't have all these. Awesome.
So I'm rolling a D10 and a D8.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
That would be a 11 altogether.
Got it. Did you roll any ones?
No ones. A 6 and a 5.
Got it. So, okay. So let's wait up for a minute for everyone just to enter 12 days, and we'll run it, and we'll come back to the adventure.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let us give this sucker away. All right. We got a couple of people in here. Let's close off the entries. Pick our winner. Hey, Nighthawk. Look at you, baby.
All right, Koji. Koji Bear.
Koji Bear getting himself some vampire times.
Oh, lucky bear.
Awesome. Well, we have 2 more of these to give away tonight, folks. And then like a whole thing from Super Giant Games. So like there's more. So fear not. Many more chances for all of us. All right, Hugo, please take
Great.
it away. Let's
Okay.
see how this investigation efforts went.
Did I say
Okay.
11? I actually meant a 21.
Okay, so well, I mean, you can actually, from what you're seeing, so a couple of things strike you. So number one, the actual side of the impact, it's sort of like, I mean, in the middle of the street. So I mean, there doesn't seem to be like a reasonable way in which you could have a drunk driver actually, I mean, just go through the wall. So it actually strikes you as funny. I mean, if you see the point of the impact, I mean, if it actually was like right in front of one of, let's say, one of the side streets, yeah, you could always claim like they didn't see the wall and they just ran into it. But it's right in the middle, so it's weird. I mean, there's something about it that is just, it doesn't add up.
I think this is a vampire lord little minion that was trying to create a scenario to get to the vampire tree.
Okay, so you see, I mean, the guy just keeps on walking and he starts talking and talking. You're kind of like just falling behind him. Anything you would like to do?
What do we have to do to appease Nachito?
Ooh, okay, so
I would be very
that-
upset if Nachito plays tricks on me.
okay, so he gets you to the first stop, and let me actually show you. So he gets you here to the Tomb of Nachito, okay? And you basically get to a tomb that's basically full of toys. And what they tell you is, okay, so I mean, the story is that, well, Nachito was I mean, a young boy. He died a couple of almost 100 years ago. And what happened was, apparently Nachito was afraid of the dark. So if you see, I mean, they actually had the grave above the ground because, well, I mean, his father didn't want him to be scared of just being alone in there. Now, after they buried him, there have been reports that Nachito likes to run around the cemetery at night, and he sometimes plays. Well, I mean, he plays tricks on people, and he likes to hide stuff, and he likes to play. I mean, just prank people around. So usually, what happens is we kick off the whole tour in here. It's as a token of good faith. It's, I mean, people usually like to drop a small toy in here as a way just to guarantee that Nachito won't do anything weird to you during your stay. So, I mean, if you want to take pictures or anything, I'll give you a couple of minutes in here, and then we'll continue the tour.
I
Okay,
take coins
what would you
out.
like to do?
I take a couple coins out.
Okay, got it. So you take out the coins. I mean, the tour guide's like, ooh, good. It's like he also likes coins.
Tour guide likes coin.
No, definitely.
I will-
okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I will take a limited edition golden ocelot action figure with a light up golden mask and say, for you, Nachito.
Ooh, okay. So the tour just gets close by. It's like, man, it's like you're leaving money, limited edition action figures. Do you have any extra you can probably spare at the end? It's that'll be great. I mean, those are probably worth a lot of money, right?
I mean, if they are worth compromising your honor to extort them from me, then yes, they must be worth quite a bit of money.
Oh, no, sir. Like,
Holy smokes!
no, please don't be offended or anything. I'm just.
Are we going to kill this tour guide?
You can
Is that
purchase
what's going to
them.
happen?
You can purchase one from Koji Bear for 600 pesos.
Koji, anything you like to do?
Koji just stares at the ocelot for a moment, digs around his poncho with a big sigh, pulls out a little plastic version of himself that doesn't move. All it is little. It's the very cheapo version that was printed because he does not get any of the credit. And he's just there holding a little chair because he's always handing it to Ocelot. So he's just holding a folding chair. And he walks over, sets it down next to the Ocelot golden action figure with all the lights, glares at Ocelot for a moment, and then walks back over to where he was.
Hey, why you look so glum? That is a very nice figurine. Those are collectible.
Oh man,
There's the one with the chair, the one with the tijeras. There's one with the. There's okay. It's just those two, but I mean, that's limited. That's limited.
Okay,
run.
he's gone. Let's fuck everything up. Oh no, he's not.
sorry. So the tour guide, I mean, just turns around to Koji and is like, "Oh, it's funny. I've never seen a limited edition of Koji Bear. Now you know when that one's coming out."
It's just a long sign and a growl from Koji as he looks at the Ocelot.
Hey, look! One day we'll do that tag team tournament, and it'll be everywhere. It'll be everywhere.
He just motions to Ocelot like, "You see what I'd have to deal with?"
It's like, whoa, okay, yeah, no, it's great. No, so when we're gonna be waiting for it, Koji.
No, it's very good when you hand me the chair. People love that. They come to see you hand me the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo. No, it's like, okay, so the tour guide just gets close to you, Koji, and it's like, oh, that I understand it. I totally get you. So it's like he just like touches your shoulder and gives you like a condescending look. So let's go with Silent Jim. Okay, so you're far away, but I mean, yeah, you can actually see. I mean, this whole ruckus that's going near Nachito's tomb, and at the same time, I mean, you see the crew. Now, funny enough, you see that. I mean, most of the crew right now is just basically leaving the area. Apparently, I mean, based on the time, it's probably lunch hour. You see most of the folks actually go out, but 3 of them actually remain there, very close to the vampire tree.
Okay. Yeah, definitely Jim has sallied up near the tree and is isn't close enough to them to be a bother of any sort, but wants to see what they're up to.
Whoa! Hold on. He saw 3 randoms by the vampire tree, or us hanging out by the vampire tree.
No, 3. Well, 3 actually construction workers.
Right, but all the other construction workers went to lunch, and these
Totally
3,
sus.
Yeah, these 3 chose not to have lunch. No.
Shoot him out the airlock.
Shoot them out of it. Yeah, so I'm gonna hang out under the shade of a tree, just kind of leaning against it. You know, if it's appropriate for Jim to smoke, he's gonna be smoking. If it's not, then he's in there. But yeah, he's gonna sit there and keep an eye on these 3.
Got it. So in this case, I would say, I mean, you're trying to be very careful, and you're pretty much, I mean, you're spying on them. So I would say that's a covert ops. So if you want to roll a die 8 and a die 10, once again, the higher you roll, the more information I can give you.
All right, cool. So if I click on this button, does that do anything?
Apparently it's not working. So I think it's better if you either type the roll command or if you can roll on your side.
And 1d10?
And 1d10, yep.
That do it. Oh, I
Yep,
did.
that did it. Yep. Okay. So I mean, apparently they actually look quite normal, but you actually managed to see one of them. There's something that, I mean, strikes you as odd. He appears to be covered, I mean, head to toe. I mean, most of
In
the other
blood.
construction workers, well, so they have the whole construction worker outfit, and I mean, they have the helmets and everything.
Yeah,
But
the,
this
like,
guy,
the
I mean,
vest
is like
and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
totally. But I mean, this guy, he even has like, I mean, like a scarf, and I mean, it's like a goggles and the hard hat. Is
Oh,
like
sun. It's the sun,
he's-
bro.
yeah.
he's
can't take the
definitely
sun.
covered head to toe.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
got
funny.
sensitive skin. Yeah, okay, I'll be watching that guy. And does it look like he's communicating much with the other two, or is he kind of separate from the other?
It's no, he's actually communicating with the other two, and they are moving around the area. They don't actually seem to be following any specific pattern. They're just like moving around. I mean, sometimes they'll grab a shovel and they move it like 5 feet, and then they walk a little bit. But I mean, they don't actually seem to be doing anything. Just
Oh,
like
get
standing
closer to
there.
these guys. Really want to see. See about like maybe can I get a good look at their faces? These two.
Who you can definitely try to get close enough to see. I mean, just take a good look at their faces. You want to get close by?
Yeah, I wanna move in.
Got it. Let me jump here to the rest of the team. So, uh, what's up? Okay, so either Koji, Ocelot, or the Doctor. So, I mean, right now, basically the crowd pretty much already, I mean, finished just putting their presence on Nachito's tomb, and they're just ready to move on to the next stop. So the tour guide comes up to you and is like, "Okay, guys, are you ready to move along, or anything else? You need some extra time? I'm flexible. If you want to stay here, I'm okay."
Ocelot will look over towards the vampire tree just to see,
Mhm.
like, he's kind of looking for Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know we're supposed to be doing something, but I'm assuming Jim is taking care of it while we're doing this tour. So I'm just gonna wait for him to tell me to go do something.
TPS reports. I did them all. Jim didn't do anything.
Kind of looking around.
Okay, I
And
would
then,
probably say that. No, go ahead.
yeah, if I can make a roll for it, I guess. I don't know if I see
Yeah,
him or not.
I would probably go with careful and again cover up. So that would be 2d6.
Cool. That is a 10.
10. Any ones?
Nope.
Nope, got it. Okay, so I mean, you're actually just looking around. You managed to see this 3 guys. I mean, apparently everyone else is on a lunch break. And if it wasn't because, I mean, you actually see a cigarette, I mean, a lit cigarette, you wouldn't have seen Silent Jim. I mean, he appears to be like smoking, just leaning on a tree around here. And he's totally ignoring. I mean, he didn't even check if it was like smoking, non-smoking. I mean, area, but I mean,
Silent
he's
Jim
just
doesn't care.
yeah, not that much.
Okay.
Okay,
If Jim's not like waving to us to like come check something out, I thought it'll just be like, okay, we can continue the tour.
okay, no, great. Doctor, don't worry. I mean, probably all this section is boring for you, but just hold on. I promise you'll see some very cool artifacts at the crypt.
That sounds great. And at the same time that I tell him that sounds great, and I peek around behind my book, I let him lead forward. And I start to think as he's leaving me, then I carefully look to the side, look to the other side, look to the vampire tree, kind of go back and forth. And I know he's about to drop some tea. And I'm not about the cupping. So I am going to try and sneakily break off from this group and kind of push over to another mausoleum, or maybe push over to another high, really high statue of a headstone or something on those lines, to kind of disguise myself into the
Got it.
space to where I can come over and check out the vampire tree.
Got it. Okay, so definitely you're doing sneaky and cover ops. Now, this one there's a lot of people around here. I would probably say the difficulty is 5.
All right,
So
sneaky and
Mhm.
covert ops. I
Mhm.
got the die. See, I got the
Mhm.
die. I'm going to drop them. I'm going to drop them. I'm going to drop them into my dice roller, which looks like a TARDIS.
That's awesome.
And oh, baby, that's a 9.
Okay, so
Drop the T.
So in this case, I mean, actually, you're taking advantage that there's just a bunch of people. and suddenly you just pretty much blend in. I mean, so the good thing is,
Amazing.
unlike the Golden Ocelot or Koji, it seems like for you it's a little bit easier to blend in with everyone else.
That's fair.
Koji
These
watches
Muslims
all of
can
this
never blend in.
as they're all trying to figure out what's going on over there, and he just sighs because it just makes absolutely no sense to why he's got to be the brains of this outfit. He just reaches into his poncho, pulls out his phone, and just texts Jim to find out what's going on. So Jim just gets a text message, and it just says RAWR question mark. Because why wouldn't it?
Awesome. So imagine that we catch up with
Mhm.
Jim in the middle of a thing when
Yes.
all of these investigations towards Jim are coming to fruition.
And it's Jim, so you get this text message from Koji.
Yeah.
And he seems to be concerned about where you are.
Yeah, and Jim is like angling as much as he can towards getting an eye on these two kind of mindless dudes. And check the message and look at the situation. Get a little see if I can't ID before I risk the team. Right now I'm a one asterisk. It's good.
By the way, Koji, you know
Mhm.
you're holding the automatic, like, freaking staking crossbow under your poncho.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Where else would it be?
That's the only
Can't trust
place
you
it could
guys with
be. His
it. I-
Yeah.
poncho of holding.
It's actually in your stuffing. You've gotten stuffing removed, so you can put it in there.
Everybody keeps thinking he's reaching under the poncho. He's just reaching into the stuffing.
Yeah.
It's actually not. He's a very skinny guy in a very fat bear suit, but it's just all stuff.
It's basically a bear of holding.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just where did the chairs keep coming from? Right. It's just
Exactly.
You know, I am.
he's actually a
thinking
collection of
we
chairs
should
in
get-
a bear suit.
I gotta
I
say,
am-
I've been doing my character research here because it says that El Santo is my cousin, and so I need to know some El Santo movies, and all of them look very, very good. But I can find
Yes.
none of them online, and I'm very sad about this. And Ocelot is 100% convinced that Don Jorge is somehow going to be a scantily clad woman
Yes.
because the only vampires he's ever seen are scantily clad women.
I'll definitely get you a copy of that movie, the El Santo against the vampire women, and
Yeah.
it's like from the what is it? It's like 1955, I believe, but it's golden.
Yeah, it's around that time. It's good. All of these are just. I challenge you all to go look up just El Santo movies and then just look at the covers.
Doing this.
El Santo movies sound very much like my life.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
So let me jump over to Koji and to Ocelot. So the tour guide just keeps on pushing you, and they take you to basically to the building right at the middle of the cemetery, which I mean is like the large structure you actually see on the map. Let me show it to you, and that's basically the main mausoleum. And he just gets you there. It's like, oh, great! Here we have the main mausoleum. It was constructed also pretty much at the same time as the cemetery. Feel free to take a couple of pictures, and then we'll just head into the crypt. Okay. If you have any questions, I mean, definitely just feel free to just ask any questions. Okay. And you see that, I mean, the guy just like starts like shifting down to a side. I don't know, he's just texting or something, but he seems to be more focused on other stuff right now. So, Koji, Ocelot, anything you would like to do?
I think there is not much for me to do with this. I do not want a picture of this mausoleum.
Is the main mausoleum where the main is?
Yeah, that's basically that's one of the places where they actually have like the main ofrendas.
Okay, cool. I would like there to be a little picture there.
Ooh, already there.
Oh well, that's a great point. There's probably a little Polaroid, and it's like one of those. It's still in development, kind of thing. Like it has the image hasn't arrived yet, so it's got that like milky white and purplish blue as it's still like doing its Polaroid of
Do you want
development.
it to be? Do you want it to be very obvious that's there?
No,
Like,
no.
or
I want maybe. I kind of want these two to see it, but I don't want it to be like. I don't want it to stand out.
okay, okay,
Because of aspects of Jim. I want it to be like, of Jim's character here. I want it to be like maybe they notice it, but nobody else. It doesn't really stand out for everybody else.
So is it just a picture of Jim? Just like
Yeah, it's probably
it,
like as the image comes in. Like you remember in Back to the Future when they've got the Polaroid situation going on, you can see like it developing. It's probably like uh, a picture of Jim, like in his hat, most of his face is shrouded in shadow, kind of thing. But you can definitely tell like the line of his jaw and the like the gruff hair on the neck and all that kind of stuff. Like it's Jim, but you really can't see Jim's face much in it. You might be able to see like a little bit of a grin, but that's about it.
Koji, knowing that the Golden Ocelot is oblivious to everything except for himself, points out the picture to him uh, so that he is aware, because otherwise it would have been missed.
Yes.
This Jim guy, sometimes he is very creepy.
Rar.
I do not understand how he has accomplished this.
okay. Jim, let's go back to you, and then we'll go with the doctor. So, what would you like to do? So, you're still keeping an eye for, for the three guys in here, while also, checking your phone for all the text messages from Koji. What would you
Yeah.
like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna focus on the two like construction workers that are not masked up and not covered head to toe, and Jim is gonna try and get a really good look on. See, like, are they just normal construction workers, or is there something up with these guys? Like, why are they so odd?
Got it. Okay, so I would say that's once again, it's also you're trying to be careful and as well with cover up. So
Yep.
that's once again a die 8 and a die 10.
Okay, cool. Oh, sorry.
Ooh, 12.
And I'm not actually seeing these come in.
Me either.
I think you see them, but I don't see them.
That's funny. No, I actually I did manage to see it. I saw a 4 and an 8.
Okay, perfect. Awesome.
That's a 12. Great. Okay, so you get close a little bit closer to the other two guys. So the first thing you notice is that they are definitely not as covered in clothing as the other guy. But I mean, you actually managed to notice something weird. It seems like their skin is blue, but I don't actually mean like blue, like like light blue. No, this is like a dark blue. Okay, sort of as sort of like the Blue Man Group, that sort of blue.
Oh, like painted blue. Like
Yep.
Smurfs.
Okay, cool. I think that so I have this thing.
Are you going to talk about what happened back in the Trouble Day?
No, I don't think so. I think Jim is gonna press all the way forward on these three, and like try and get a hand on one of them. And I'd like to use my first stunt.
Okay.
Is that? I mean, I almost feel like this is the moment where Jim exists outside of time, and because I exist outside of time, I can die in a horrible fashion. And instead of taking any number of hits, I then come back in the next scene as if nothing happened. And so I'd very much like for Jim to like be kind of reckless here and get all the way in, get a hand on one of these guys, like rub his thumb across the guy's like forearm or something like that. It's like, hey pal, what's up with you? And like, and then maybe get cut down by these three.
Ooh, great.
But you know, because I'm this like not really attached to the cosmos in the same way that other people's are, Jim's okay.
Okay, great. So let me explain a little bit about combat. So in this case,
Sweet.
we
Please
don't actually roll initiative. In this case, basically the way that this happens is just whoever decides to act first goes first.
Okay.
Once you take your action, you decide who goes next. Now, here's the catch. At one point in time, you do need to give, or let's say you need to transfer the action, let's say, to the NPCs. If you don't, they will be the last ones to act. Now, the catch is whoever goes last decides who starts on the second turn, and they can choose themselves. So if you let NPCs go at the end, they can choose themselves. So they
Gotcha.
can basically act twice. Okay?
Oh,
So
interesting. Yeah, so I think that Jim for this combat is gonna like take big steps in, cross the barrier, right? Maybe like
Mhm.
if it's like one of those rope situations, he just pushes right through
Mhm.
it, or he vaults over the little barricade or whatever it is, and goes right up to him, and then like grabs one by the arm, and like tries to smear the paint off the arm, and says, "What's up with you, you weirdo?" and then like and is like trying to control him, you know, trying to like grapple and control the arm, and not really worried about the other two here around me, and I'll pass the initiative to the one I'm holding on to.
Got it. Okay, so in this case, the way you're describing it, you're being quite forceful. And
Yes.
that would be combat and tactics. So you get to roll your die 4 and a die 8. Now, in this case, the defense is active. So in this case, I actually get to roll dice for the other two guys. So
Oh.
if you want, let me roll first so you get an idea your difficulty. So those guys, they get to roll 2 die 8.
Okay. Good.
And they roll an 8. So
Okay.
basically, that's your number to
Oh
beat.
no!
Did I beat it?
Yes,
Oh,
you got a 9.
awesome.
Okay,
Hell yeah! Boosh!
so you basically see
Boosh!
just Jim just like totally disregard, like jump the fence, just get up to this one of these guys, just like grabs him by the shoulder and starts like rubbing the eyes, like very strong. It's like, I
Yes.
mean, just and you can actually see the paint like come out of the face.
Oh.
Okay. And actually, I mean, you can see that they have like a normal skin color underneath it, but the moment you actually take off the paint, you actually see smoke come out of that area. So this guy just like starts grabbing his face
What
and
the
gets to his knees. It's like, oh, it's like, help me. You see, then the other two guys, they just turn around, they grab a
It's like
pair of
preach.
shovels and and they just run up to you. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so that's
like
your
Twilight.
turn. And you said you want to pass the turn to these guys, right?
Yeah, I want to pass the initiative to the guy who I just gouged his paint off and he's burning.
Okay. Now in this case, now let me tell you now how usually this happens. So in this case, you usually have them classify all NPCs as either minions or let's say like the big
Bosses kind of
bad
thing.
guys, the bosses. Yeah.
Yeah.
So usually minions, instead of actually having individual initiative for each one of them, you just like put them all in a group. So it makes it a lot faster.
Hell yeah!
So in this case, I'm just gonna use like the initiative for the 3 of them. Okay. So one of the guys is definitely just like grabbing his face. The other 2 guys, they just grab shovels and they flank you. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're gonna try to beat you with the shovels. Now, in this case, since the defense is active, what I would like to know is how would you like to defend yourself? And based on what you try to do, then we the approach and the discipline you're using.
Yeah, so Jim still kind of controls this first guy, and Jim is going to
Yep.
use him as a body shield against these other two as much as he can. Like pick him up for the first shovel and then duck underneath him for the second shovel kind of things. Like, haha, just try and make sure that as much of the damage goes to the third character as the third minion as much as possible.
Got it. So I would say that's probably. I mean, you're doing it. That's flashy, and I would go with combat and tactics.
Okay.
So if you want to roll, let's
Yes.
see.
Cool. And I'm totally okay with being cut down here because I got my like thing to my get out of jail free card here.
I'm totally coming in, bro. I'm totally coming in, bro.
Yeah.
I got you covered. I'm
Good.
totally coming in.
Roll. What is it? Flashy is an 8.
It's 8, and combat and tactics is also an 8.
I got you covered.
Ooh, okay. You rolled a 5, a 4, and a 1. Okay.
Ooh, the ones are bad.
Yeah.
So okay. So I'm gonna get a demon die for that. But I'll give you an extra faith die for that. You can actually use.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
So,
Okay.
David, one thing I noticed, if you scroll all the way to the top of the chat on Roll20, there's a button there. There a bar that says see all the rolls on a different page, and I can actually see yours there.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Thank you so much. Cool. I can do that. Awesome.
Now, it does not appear to update.
Got it. So I refresh and stuff. Okay, cool.
F that. I'm
Yep.
rolling local.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go with the attack in this case.
Yeah.
So, that's a 14. Okay. So let me tell you.
I'm not. Instead of suffering all these hits, I think they're just gonna beat Jim down.
Got
to
it.
bloody pulp, and Jim is going to is going to be outside of time and space.
Dude, I'm coming to the tree. I'm coming to the tree. Remember, I broke out.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember you broke out, but Jim didn't know that, and
I'm coming, bro. I see what's going on.
You see as they. It's like when Obi-Wan dies, right?
No, bro.
Yes.
It's like
I'm good with a knife, bro.
I know, but it's like when Obi-Wan dies, you see it, and there's the man in the black hat with the leathers, and then all of a sudden the leathers are hollow.
No.
And everything falls to the ground like there was nobody there at all.
I'm cutting a bitch.
Dude, when you reappear, you're not going to have your clothes?
I'll have
That's
clothes.
gonna be awkward.
I'll have
Yes.
clothes. I'll have
Yes.
something. I'll have sapphire and steel. I'll have my 2 guns. my big iron. That's right.
So definitely, okay. So yeah, I mean, they just start hitting you, and you fall to the floor. It's like, and they just hit you. And okay, I'm gonna pass actually the action to you, Rick. So yeah, you can actually see. I mean, you're like sneaking. I mean, in between a group of folks, and you can see about I don't know, probably about 50 feet from you. You can see about 50 feet from you. You can actually see two guys just beating on Silent Jim, like he's on the floor lying down, and they just keep on hitting him and hitting him. Now, at least one thing you actually need to recognize for Jim, he actually never cries or never. I mean, not a single sound of pain. So he's really a machine. It's like he's either taking it really well or he's not riding the head.
He's like Clint Eastwood in Hang 'em High.
Yeah.
He's just like
I want to say in all of our misadventures of printing TPS cover sheets, you've seen Jim get full on crushed by like a huge stack of papers. Clearly would have killed a normal man.
It was a horrendous paper cut. Yeah, it was right to the jugular.
like diagonal through the whole jugular body situation. Arms were missing, and Jim was there clocking in the next day.
all I know is I see some people attacking my boy. I mean, she's not about that. Dr. Bajou, she's about taking care of her team. I'm team lead, just to make sure everybody remembers this. And so what's great is I'm good with a knife. I'm a freaking medical genius. I have the ability to dissect any animal, and it just happens. And so I'm coming into combat and tactics, and I'm holding my little scalpel, little until I cut open that perfect freaking artery, right? Everything's little until it just slices open. So I'm dropping in, bro. I think I dropped down some big things there. Good with a knife. All of a sudden, I'm
Yes.
forceful. All of a sudden, I'm combat and tactics. Where am I going with my die rolls?
Okay, there you go. So basically, what you're doing is quite forceful and definitely combat and tactics. So you get 2 die 6. Now, good things you actually mentioned there. So you mentioned you're good with the knife and you're a medical genius. So you know
Yes.
where to cut. So in
Yes.
this case, if you want to, let's say, if you want to invoke those 2 aspects,
Yes.
you only need to pay 2 of your faith die. Right now you have 3. You would be down to 1, but you get to add an extra 2 die 6 to it.
Oh, so it would be like a D12.
That will be 4 die 6 in total.
Oh, so I get to roll this twice.
It's yes, okay. So yeah, you rolled 4 die 6.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening. That's a 5 and a 2. That's a 6 and a 2. So that would be 2 2s, 6, 11. That'd be 15.
15. Okay. So what this?
I didn't intend for anybody else to get into this combat. I thought this was
Dude,
gonna
I'm taking
be,
someone out.
I thought
I'm
this
flashing
was
some
going to be
jugglers.
like I go in and
Nah,
I
bro.
learn something and then I get killed for it and it's all cool again. but
No,
now
there's
I'm
a
gonna
Dead
lose
Man
my-
Blue group going on in about 2 seconds. There's a
Okay.
Dead Man Murder Hobo. It's going to
Oh my
happen.
god! I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean for it to go down like this.
So okay. So in total, you rolled a 15. Let me roll this, guys. I mean, so the 2 vampires are just gonna try to grab the shovels, and they're just gonna try to stop you from cutting them. Okay. Let's see how well they do. Okay, they roll a 12. So just so you get an idea how damage works in this case, so you rolled a 15 and they rolled a 12. So
They're dead.
The difference is the damage. Okay.
They're
Now
not
in this
dead.
case, that
They're
means
just hurt.
no, they are
3
hurt.
kills
Now
a bitch.
let me tell you. Now, if you see your character sheet, you'll see that you have different. At the bottom of it, you see that you have different conditions. You have mild, moderate, and severe. And basically, what happens is, for example, you have 3 mild conditions. So, mild conditions, each time you check on one of those, you can basically absorb 5 points of damage. When you check on the moderate, you can absorb up to 10. When you absorb on the severe, you can mark up to 15. When you run out of conditions, you basically drop unconscious. Now,
All right,
this
I
guy,
got to pull a rules lawyer here. I'm
Mhm.
attacking one bra with my
That's-
15, right? My
okay.
15, whatever that
Let's-
is. And you had 2 people attacking me
Yes.
with 12. So that
So in this
means
case-
only one person had one thing and one person had another. I need some spillover damage on that guy.
Definitely. So now you can totally knock this guy out, but you are short by 2 points. Do you want to use a demon die? to
Oh,
get
fuck
those
yeah,
2
I
points?
do. Oh, fuck yeah. What do I roll for a demon die?
I like how
roll,
you asked
roll a
if you
dice.
wanted.
Roll a die 6.
That would be
Like
a 4.
That's enough. Okay, so please explain what do you do to this poor guy?
Okay. Okay, there's 2 guys coming out with axes, right? Or not, I'm sorry,
Oh, no,
axes.
shovels.
Shovels.
The shovels. Yes.
They're axes
I'm
in Dr. Bijou's mind.
That's not axes. All of a sudden, I see one coming in this way. I see one coming in this way. I just kind of duck down. I do a little Mike Tyson. I come up on the other side. Oh, I take a hit on my shoulder because I went down and it comes down on me. And that scalpel that I had just sneaks up inside. And I find that little bit of a vein that's right inside their neck and go boop. And when I go boop, that blood just goes and it's so fast that they lose consciousness. And if someone doesn't apply a bandage or a tourniquet within 2 minutes, they will be dead.
If
Well-
you apply a tourniquet to the neck, they're going to be dead anyway.
A bandage.
That's a good point.
Yes.
Very
It
good
was
point.
so good, they die no matter what happens.
Quick,
You cannot tourniquet the neck. That causes problems.
Well, you actually you don't see that much blood come out,
We need
but
to
it's like,
remember that she's a zombieologist or something like that. So like
Oh,
neck
yes.
tourniquets are like eh.
yeah, it's like, that's actually a thing with zombies, like neck tourniquets. So it's like, whatever.
happens all the time.
Okay, so basically, you don't see a lot of blood actually come out, but the moment it's like, I mean, it actually drains a little bit. You suddenly see, like, I mean, just like this guy turning to dust, and you just see, like, I mean, all of his clothing just fall to the ground.
Because
Okay,
all
and
my scalpels are silver.
What? That even matter?
That's werewolf.
Yes.
That's a different creature.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one. Santo contra los hombres.
Yes. Well,
I think that is a movie. I think it might just be like.
well, you can tell that the doctor is a specialist in zombies, because I mean, werewolves and vampire, not the slightest idea. It's like, I mean, not the not the slightest clue, but it's okay. Okay, so just falls down to the ground. Let's okay, so that's the end of your turn. Who do you want to pass the turn to? So it's either we only have Koji and the Golden Ocelot.
I would like to take 2 more turns.
Well, we'll get back to you.
No? Okay. All right,
No.
then Koji Bear, my cuddly, huggly friend.
Okay, so can Koji see this going down?
Yep. No. Well, okay. So you're on the other side. I would probably say, oh man. Okay. So,
Is there a commotion?
well,
Is
sorry.
Is there a commotion? Like there's people around. Is anybody shouting that hey, there's a fight going on in
It
a
not
fight?
until the end of this turn. I mean, because this was actually quite fast. And of course, I mean, you were fighting not, let's say, in the main area of the
Right.
cemetery. You were like off to the side.
We're
So-
ninjas, bro. We're ninjas.
So I would probably say that would have to be a careful cover ops roll, and I would say the difficulty is 10. If you roll 10 or higher, you actually do notice this.
So roll a d10 and a d6, right?
Exactly. Mhm.
That's-
You totally see, bro. You totally see. We got 11.
Oh man, okay, that's a 13. Okay, so yeah, okay, so ever since you actually just you catch a glimpse of Jim, just like I mean, you've been trying just to keep an eye for him. You were keeping an eye for BU, and you suddenly just see this commotion. I mean, you can actually see like 2 of the construction workers just like beating down on someone, and then you see BU just like jump on top of one of them, just like do something. It's like he
Bijou.
like Bijou ended up like poking one of these guys or something, and this guy just like disintegrating. That's what you actually managed to see. Right now, they are relatively far away from where you are. It'll probably take you until the next turn to actually get there. If you want,
Shoot
if
the
you actually run all
crossbow.
the
Shoot
way
the
there.
crossbow. Shoot the crossbow.
Koji is going to, when he sees them like start beating on Jim, he's going to like reach out and start tugging on the Ocelot's cape, because you know he's got one. I've seen the picture. He's got a big old cape on.
Yes.
He reaches out,
Yes.
he's like gently tugging, but when he sees like Jim go down and then Bijou like dive in there, it's like
Hey, easy on the cape. What is it, Koji?
grabs him by the cape and points him in that direction. Like, ugh.
His cape was like 3,600 pesos.
Yes.
And then I think he is going to he's gonna look at the Ocelot, and he's gonna make a series of hand motions, because they have their own sign language. He's gonna walk over there, and so he's gonna leave Ocelot there, and he's gonna disappear into the crowd and try to work his way around to flank him.
Ooh, okay. So Ocelot, I mean, you see Koji just pulling on your cape. He points out to one of the sides of the cemetery, and you can actually see exactly what he just described. And just as the moment, I mean, that he sees that actually you're seeing in the general direction where Jim and Biju were located, he just like jumps into the crowd and disappears.
That Goji always just running off.
Yeah, and Koji definitely told Ocelot, go there and handle it, because there's no other instructions that Ocelot is going to follow ever. And he's a straightforward character. Koji knows if he gives him anything more complicated, it's not going to work. If anything less flashy, it's not going to work. Just go there, and then he's going to move around to prepare for what needs to happen next.
So in this case, now let me explain you something I can do with the demon dice. So what I can do is I have something that's called a badness table, which is like a list of bad things that can occur.
Good.
And basically what I can do is I can take some of those demon dice and I can try to make bad things happen. So in this case, actually one of the things that I have is that a small crowd of people just gathers around the golden ocelot and just won't let him move. So I think, I mean, the moment Golden Ocelot turns around there, I'm going to pay 2 demon dice to actually make this happen. So the difficulty for this to happen, it's a 10. Well, you know what? Okay, I'll pay 3 because yeah, I mean, the difficulty is a 10. I'm going to roll 3 dice 6.
Roll 3. Roll 3.
16.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
rough.
Yeah, you got it.
Basically what happens is, I mean, the moment you start turning around, you hear a couple of guys. It's like, hey, that's the golden ocelot. Yeah, I saw him just getting all oiled up and prepared outside. It's like, yeah, let's go get the autograph. It's like, and right now, I mean, you're standing in the mausoleum. It's like, I mean, the sunlight like hits your chest and it's like all oily and gleaming. So you're just like, I mean, attracting the attention of everyone around you. So you have a small crowd just like gather around you and they won't actually let you move. It's like everyone's pulling your shirts like, oh, we want the autographs and everything. And Koji's not there, and he took the pictures, he took the limited edition figures, the autographs. It's like, you have nothing. So that's going to be a complication for you, Ocelot, right now.
How do I address that complication?
Okay, so
with your gleaming pecs that you move independent of one another.
Yes,
that's right.
So
I
in this
Terry Crews it.
Yeah.
He's the Terry Crews of Mexico. Yeah.
yeah. So okay, so that would be the end of this turn. So now, Ocelot, you were the last one to act, so you get to choose who starts the new round. You can actually choose yourself.
I think I actually want to give Koji a little time to get over there.
Choose me.
I gotta choose mi hermano.
Choose me. Choose me.
My best friend. My hermano.
Your best friend and manager, apparently, because Koji is managing the shit out of Golden Ocelot.
Best friend, brother, manager, it's all
all the work? Yeah, that's what I do.
Look, not everybody can wear the magical mask. It's not everybody can do it.
So Koji, what are you up to?
So Koji wants to try to circle around to flank, because it's, so if I remember correctly, so one of them still screaming on the ground, the one that got some of it.
Yes, you have one screaming on the ground. You have the other one still now is, well, the other one was attacking Silent Jim, who, I mean, apparently is no longer there. I mean, you just see like his hat, his cape in there. And the other one's dust now. So apparently, I mean, the one with the shovel is getting ready now to attack Dr. Biju.
Oh, we're going in for that sneak attack because
Biju. Biju.
Sorry, I'm getting the accent incorrect. Sorry.
So okay. Coach, he's an expert in crowd control. He can move through the crowd like nobody's business. and he's definitely the stealthy. So he is going for the sneak attack. He's gonna come back around from the side and try to get this guy from behind with a. I think he's charging all fours, man. All fours charging across the ground there, and then he's just gonna dive up with the scissors and just go for that back.
Let's go for it. So in this case, that would be the sneaky attack with combat and tactics. And well, he didn't see you coming, so it's only a +2.
So 2d8.
+2.
Oh shit! Sounds like a +4 to me.
Well, they didn't saw him actually coming, so you got a 10.
2.
Okay, so let me roll. So, okay, so this guy, what he's gonna do is he's gonna try it. I mean, he turns around, he sees you approaching, so he's just gonna try to duck. So let's see if he actually manages to do it. So he rolls a 15. Now, you could actually take him down, but well, that's gonna take you at least 5 points. You could try to use a couple of demon dice just to get
Demon
him.
dice. Use demon dice. Demon dice. Dude, use demon dice.
Because Koji is not the main star here, okay? But he knows what he's gonna do. He's gonna dive and he goes for the stab. He goes right over the guy, but he's gonna like land and spin and like try to throw dirt back at him to blind him, so that when Rich goes, he's got a free stab at him without problems.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my god, that is
Okay.
epic.
Love it.
He's gonna throw the sombrero right in the dude's face just to
Yes.
blind him as he dives over him.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, so that's good. Now, in this case, in the game, that's what is called creating an advantage. So basically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to roll just to give some other guy or someone else in your team extra dice.
I
Okay,
get 2 D20s.
so. Oh, man. Sorry, there are no D20s, but let's see how much you can actually get. So in this case, I would probably say what you're trying to do is quite clever, and I would go with combat and tactics. So that would be a die 6 and a die 8. And I would say the difficulty is a 5. So let's say for every 5 points you roll over 5, Rick gets an extra die.
Oh,
Okay?
No pressure.
awesome.
So I rolled 8.
You rolled 8? Okay.
Yeah, 3 and a 5.
Okay, so that would give Rick an extra die. If you use a demon die and you can get that up to a 10, he would get 2 dice.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna go for a demon die.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So roll 1d6.
1d6, yep.
No ones. No ones. No ones.
No ones.
No ones. No ones. No ones. No ones.
That's a 5. Well, actually, okay, so that's a 13. If you get another 2 points, you can give him 3 dice. So you want to
I
roll
don't
an
need
extra
3 die,
demon
bro.
dice.
This is
I'm-
how the
I'm taking
GM
this-
runs the game. This is how the GM.
I'm running this bitch. I'm running this bitch through my scalpel. Everybody knows I like to cut a bitch in chat. So it's good.
I think we're good here. I think I've given him all the because
Okay.
I don't need to set him up that much. The part of being a good setup guy is not going too far. You got to sell it so that it looks good, when they do, right?
That's
If I
right.
And
set it up,
I'm Hershey.
just
I'm gonna like totally drop in, just boop, right up through the chest or right up through the chin. I'm gonna be like taking it out.
there we
Got it. Okay. So in this case, I guess you pass the turn to the doctor, right?
Me.
Yeah.
Me. Okay. All right. So I just took a bitch out, right? So I slide down and I do like this like really cool splits thing, and I spin my arm up on the other person, and I'm taking that scalpel that's silver and really awesome, and I already took one person out, and I'm taking out another person, and just I'm a little bored with everything that's going on, but that's just the way life is. And I'm attacking him with my scalpel right up through the old chin strap. What
I
am
would
I
say
rolling?
Yeah, I would say that's quite flashy. So I would go. That's a die 8 and a die
That's a
6,
A die
and
eight?
you get a die 6, and you get 2 extra die 6.
Ooh, I get to roll
from
2
Koji.
extra.
Yeah. So you rolled in total a die 8 and 3 die 6.
So I'm going to
Okay.
roll a die 8 and 2 die 6. I'm going to roll
Three
another
die
die
6.
6 when
Yeah.
I'm done. 'Cause I only
Okay.
have-
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let
Okay.
me roll for the vampire so you get an idea the
Oh.
difficulty. So this guy
Okay.
is gonna try to block you with the shovel, and he rolls a 13.
Shovel.
Oh,
What?
oh, you
What's
need,
he
you
doing?
need those
Digging a
dice.
hole?
You need those dice now, baby. You needed those.
Let's drop the 8. Oh, that's a 4.
Okay.
Let's drop the 6.
We're gonna do
Oh,
each
that's
one
a 2.
into.
I'm at 6 so far. Let's drop the 6. Oh, that's another 4.
Okay. You're
I'm
up
at
to
10.
10. Mm-hmm.
And I got another 6 to roll.
Come on.
Right here. I got another 6. That's a 5.
Ooh.
That's a 15. Ooh. Okay. If you really want to get rid of him, you are short by 2 points.
Demon
Do you
die.
want to use demon
Demon
die?
die. Oh,
Go
fuck
for
yeah.
it.
We're gonna get so screwed when the real vampire
3.
shows up because we've loaded
That's a
him up
3.
with so many demon die.
How much?
3.
3. More than enough. So how do you want to nix him?
Oh, I'm sliding underneath. That shovel came down at this crazy perpendicular angle. But you know what? I'm kind of like the Mike Tyson of like Dr. Chicks. And so when I see that coming down, I go, oh, that's not nothing. And I shoop underneath. I push the little push of the shovel away, the stem. What's the stem called on the shovel? The handle. I give it a little push away. And then I take from my splits and I bring my feet together. And as I'm bringing my feet together, I got my scalpel. And I come up, boom, right through the chin, up through here. And it's really sharp. So I just flick out, boom, done, game over.
This is the most complicated kill I've ever heard of. You do this.
No one has
once,
any idea
and
what
then you
happened.
stand up, and while
I
you're
sit in
standing
bed and think about these things. And that's just seriously, I lay in bed and wonder about how would I kill someone? And that's what happened.
In the off chance I'm in a cemetery with a scalpel, how would I nix a vampire? It's like just
It happens. It happens. It happens. Wait
What
till you
bothers me is
think.
he
Wait
has
till I lay in
multiple
bed thinking about the Expanse. It gets
Oh
really
my
bad
God.
then.
Oh my god.
oh
I
man.
love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Oh, so sorry, David. So we have 9 o'clock. Not sure if you want to make another
Yeah.
of the
well,
giveaways.
So typically we try to take a break around the 2-hour mark.
Okay, got it.
Is that okay with you?
We don't know
Yeah.
what Ocho Loco's doing though.
Yes. No. Let's finish with Ocelot, and we can take a
Yeah,
break.
what's Ocho
Definitely.
Loco up to?
All right, cool. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do that and then we'll take a break. That's awesome.
Got it. So now Ocelot. So in this case,
For Loco.
if you want to try to get away, so basically now that's the final type of action you have in the game, which is an overcome, which is, let's say, you're basically trying to roll versus a fixed difficulty number. And really, in this case, what you have is basically the crowd is all around you. If you want to get away from them, the difficulty would be a 10. What I would like to know is, how do you plan on getting away from them?
Oh boy.
Okay. I think what he's gonna do. See, I'm a mystic luchador,
Okay.
and so I think the Golden Husband is like, listen. You are my greatest fans, and for that I'm very appreciative. But I must leave now. So he's gonna take his cape, and he's gonna swirl it up around him, and then there's gonna be like a sound, like a big cat roaring, just splits the air. And then as the cape goes up, he's just gone.
And I know you got those
Wow.
smoke grenades, bro. You got those smoke grenades hiding in your cape.
No, I bought a Jaguar whistle off of some dude at Chichen Itza for like way too much money. That's what happened.
Yes. I'll go with that. So that's definitely flashy, and you can use your Mystic Luchador. So you
That's
get to
great.
roll 2 die 10. The difficulty is 10.
Okay, hopefully we can do this. So I actually got a 10 and a 9, so 19.
Okay, so you basically you just a large a large column of smoke just comes up and you hear the
Sweet.
"Rawr!" You disappear and everyone just is like left wondering where the hero went. You
Sweet.
actually you managed to reappear anywhere in the map where you want. So
Yeah,
you can
I'll just reappear over next to everybody else and say, "Hey, well, that means where's Jim?"
Okay. Well, you actually right now what you can only see is you see this guy. Just like kneeling on the floor, just like grabbing his eyes. You can see what appears to be Jim's coat on the floor. It has a couple of blood stains, but there's no body in there.
Ooh, we
You
get to hear where
see,
Jim went when we come back.
yeah, and you see Dr. VU with a I don't know, with a strange gleam in her eyes.
Bijou.
It's like, I don't know.
Murderous
She's
gleam.
definitely so. Okay,
Okay.
and Koji is just grabbing his sombrero from the floor, just like taking off some ashes from it. You don't know what happened, but he's cleaning it and just putting it on again.
We do a high five. Mike Bear and I
Finally,
do a
some
high five.
respect. Yeah.
Finally, some respect in the rink, because we're inside of a taped area. This is basically a rink.
It's basically like a ring.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that. That's a whole other level of flashiness that I can bring to the table now. Ooh.
Ready. So I think we can take definitely a break at this point.
Awesome. Well, hey everybody, you all know it. We're here to try and raise some funds for the Trevor Project. I'm going to toss the donate link here in chat. We are, 12 days of gaming is our billet here. We're on day 8, so we're rounding the corner on this whole show, and we're going to try and raise a bit more money for the Trevor Project tonight and throughout the rest of the week. Rich, thank you so much for your $100 donation today. You're a champ, a prince.
My extra zero.
Yeah. We'll take it. We'll take it however we can get it. Yeah.
We're smashing HSG records all over the place.
Yes.
I know.
Really
I've been doing $10 every stream, and I was
Yeah.
like, so I'll do like 120 by the time it's over.
Right.
And today I dropped that extra zero.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We'll take it. We'll take it however we can get it. So, folks, we're gonna go on break. But while we're going on break, we are going to be giving away another gift card, basically. It's a voucher for Modifius Games. They're giving away vouchers. They handed us vouchers to give away as part of the stream to help us raise money for the Trevor Project. For the Vampire the Masquerade books, right? So we're gonna fire up the giveaway machine right now. Let me open that up. Start giveaway. Put 12 days, all one word, just the number 12 days into chat. Rich, you're already on it, trying to get back some of those monies just give away. I see it. I see how it is. But yeah, toss 12 days into chat, folks. We have this one to give away. We have another one of these to give away, and then we have a really big bundle from Supergiant Games to give away. So there's a bunch of stuff yet to give away in the hopper. Everyone get in on this. Those books are beautiful, by the way. If you haven't seen them, they're gorgeous, and the game is really rich and interesting. So definitely, Rich, you can only do it once, buddy. You can only Rich is bringing up a thing. You only enter one time.
Want more tickets?
Yeah,
I'm trying more tickets, bro.
More tickets.
Only one per person. Everybody's been so good, and then here you come along trying to figure out the system. System is on to you though. All right, folks. We are gonna go away for what do you want? Like a 5-minute, 10-minute break? We
can go for a 5-minute if you want.
Okay.
The 10-minute. Let's
I
make
have
it
to
10
go
minutes.
to the boys' room, so we need at least 5 minutes.
All right, I'm hearing a
Let-
10. I'm hearing a 10-minute.
I got
Yeah.
some things I
We'll
need
be
to
gone
take
at
care
a
of.
minimum of 5 minutes.
I got some things I need to take care of.
There it is. All right, folks. So we're gonna be back in 5 to 10
Number
minutes,
2.
probably closer to 10. And oversharing.
TMI. Oops.
Love you all very much. We will be right back to give away this vampire voucher, and of course, find out what happened to our intrepid heroes here.
I'll be
the
okay
vampire
after
tree.
that.
Diego, stop it in the chat. You're killing me. That is so
The
wrong.
bombs.
We are gonna be right back, I promise.
won the? What are you doing?
We're figuring this out. We're doing it right now. We're back.
Okay. So who won the thing?
I haven't hit the button yet. Everybody,
Oh, hit the
welcome back.
button.
We're back.
Hold on,
from
wait,
break.
before you hit the button, let me put in 12 days.
Stop. You've done it like 18 times. One time.
Oh, I did. I spelled it wrong that time. 12 days.
What was that?
I spelled it wrong that time.
Did you
12
just-
days. There we go. Come on.
All
Let's
right,
see who
folks,
wins.
we are going to give away a copy of the thing right now as soon as I find the button to click on. That's what I'm going for. Here we go.
Heather's putting me in timeout.
Yeah. Congratulations,
Oh!
Katrina. Congratulations.
And look,
Wait a
I
minute.
spelt all that right.
Oh my gosh.
So Mike won one, and now Heather's won one.
Yeah.
So their whole household. That's
Oh, yeah.
$50 worth of vampire in that household.
That's right. That's right. They can get a book.
What a vampire going on.
Nope.
Mike, how's your
sorry.
neck, bro?
Sorry, I didn't mean to
What's
hit
it?
that. Didn't mean to hit that. That was a
What'd you
lie.
hit?
Just the one winner right now. We will do another one. We have another one of these to give away tonight, and a whole thing with Super Giant Games to give away tonight.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. So that
Is that the Hades thing?
Yeah. Gonna be real good. Real good. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So yeah, Mike won the first one. You won the second one there, Katrina.
And I won none of them.
And you all know the rules. Whenever you win something in this chat, you have to then run the game, right? We've been establishing this. A lot of con save folk have to run some games. Now the two of you
Ooh,
both
that's
need to run some
cool.
vampire games, so that'll be great. Mike's like, I don't know about that. Oh my gosh. Good times. Good
Heather's just
times.
Mike first.
Yes. All right. So, folks, just to remind everybody, we of course are here working to raise some funds for Trevor Project. We're gonna get back to it in just a second. I'm gonna toss the donation link into the chat here. I understand a lot of you have already donated, which is phenomenal. This is awesome. I really do appreciate it. If you don't mind, grab that link and share it with your people. Let them know there's this cool thing going on. And if your peoples donate $20 and they win the physical thing at the end, I'd go to them and say, hey, you won this thing. I'd email them. Won this thing. What do you want? And they're going to say, oh, well, my buddy so-and-so is the one that turned me on to this. So I want to get something for them or whatever. Right. So like, let's scheme this out a little bit. Right. Right. Think of it in those terms. Get this out to your friends and that'll be great. And so let us get back to our vampire troubles. Jim is dead.
Yes.
Jim is in the cosmos stage.
Jim isn't dead.
Jim's in the cosmos.
He
Yes.
just kind of like blinked out. It's your turn, bro.
No, not
Yeah,
until the
'cause-
not until the next scene.
Bear went.
Mhm.
I went.
Yeah.
Ethan went.
No, this is still
Or
the same,
well, Luchador went. Now it's your turn.
still the same
Golden
scene.
awesome.
The
Yes.
same scene.
Show some respect, BU.
Bijou.
Be you.
Yes.
Bijou.
Yes. And
Can't say my name, I can't say yours. That's how it goes.
Real quick, Mello, I wanted to apologize super quick. I had accidentally clicked the winner button twice when I meant to only click it once. Stick around. We have 2 more things to give away, and then like a physical thing to give away. So like, there's lots of giveaways coming up. So very sorry to have your name flash in the chat there. I only mentioned
Ugh.
one name to show up. Sincere apologies. Okay, Hugo, take us away.
Okay, so ready. So basically now, as we come back, I mean, you're standing right in front of 2 piles of ashes where 2 apparent vampires were just killed by Bijou. We have another one just kneeling down, just trying to cover his eyes where Silent Jim removed some of the paint. And we just have whatever's left of Silent Jim. And of course, I mean, the golden ocelot just appeared, I mean, from a cloud of smoke. He just appears there, still fully oiled. And apparently, he doesn't really want to handle fans without the help of Koji. So what are you
It's a
up
lot of
to?
trouble. I would like to pick up this painted man. And
Okay.
say, hey, Pitufo, What's up?
Okay, the guy's just grabbing his eyes. It's like, let me go, let me go.
What is going on here? Explain it to me, and maybe I will spare your life.
Okay, let's see. That was not very menacing. I would probably say you're being right now very careful. So go.
I slip in with my scalpel of doom and
Ooh.
slide in, like just whoosh, like parkour some shit, and like drop that scalpel
not even
right
your
on the
turn.
neck.
It's not even your turn.
Oh, I'm
he
sorry.
hasn't given you the turn
Yes,
yet.
yes.
The golden
Sorry, my
ocelot has
bad.
to say the doctor gets
Sorry,
to go next.
sorry,
Then you get to
sorry.
do your 18
Sorry.
move triple axle somersault. Then finally a stab.
I got a little overzealous. Back to you, Luchador.
So let's go. Let's go in this case with a careful social engineering. Let's see what you can actually get from him. Okay.
I'm actually
Now,
pretty good at social engineering, being a public figure.
Yes.
so now in this case, I mean the guy's in pain. So you only Okay, so he actually rolled a 6. So you need to beat a 6.
Okay.
Oh, take some demon die.
Let's see what their fates have for us. I rolled a 10.
Ooh. Okay. Great.
5 and a
So
5.
okay, got it. So in this case, I mean, the guy's like, okay, no, it's like, don't hurt me. Don't just go ahead, don't hurt me. We were just trying to free the master.
That's all.
You're
No big
talking-
deal. Just trying to
And
free
you're
the
talking
master.
about Don Jorge.
Yes, it's like, just let me go, please. I mean, I won't hurt anyone, I promise.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
I mean, until I get hungry, I won't hurt anybody. That's what he's saying there.
Oh,
I don't believe you, but I told you that if you told me, I would spare your life.
thank you,
Mhm.
thank you.
Make it
I don't know.
Go.
Make it my turn. Make it my turn.
But I said nothing of my friends, and I will pass the turn to Dr. Pichu.
Okay, okay. Boom, boom, boom. I see what's going on over there, and I roll in with this parkour flip, and I slide in on my left leg with my right leg up, but my left leg's kind of at an angle, so it's like not fully out, but it's like because I played Little League Baseball growing up, and I slide in, and I put one leg under, one leg over, and I take my scalpel and go bloop right into the old Necronis.
Are you like grabbing it with your legs?
Oh, it's gonna turn into jujitsu. If this shit doesn't work out right here on the die roll, it's some jujitsu shit going on.
It's okay. Let's see. I think that's definitely. Let's go with flashy combat and tactics. Now. This guy, I mean, he's hurt. So let me roll first, so you get an idea what you need to beat. So I rolled a 7. That's what you need to beat.
I got an 8 for the flashy,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got a good with a knife. What's that? Give me a D6.
Okay, now if you want to use good with a knife, you need to spend one of your fate die. Do you want to use it?
I only got one left.
Yep.
I'm
So
not
you want to
using
use it?
I
No.
don't.
Okay.
So I'm going to go flashy and combat tactics with this a D6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what happens. What I got to beat?
You a 7.
11. 11, mother trucker.
Okay.
Hold on,
Okay,
let me
now-
hold this up for you.
Now the difference it's only 4. You are missing 1 point just to totally kill him. Do you want to use a demon die?
Fuck yeah, I do. Let me
Okay,
throw a
roll.
D6. Throw a D6 in there. That's a 3.
More than enough.
Yeah,
And Hugo's gonna want to run
Okay.
a lot more games for Rich
Yes.
because
I'll just
Yes.
feed the demon dice.
just
Feed.
filled
All
with
the
demon
demon
dice, just as many as you can want.
Okay, so just just feel free to describe how you just turn him to dust.
I slid in. That bent leg on the left side was at a nice little 45-degree angle. standing right behind the crevice of his back, whereas that right leg was at a full 90 and like pulled around on his hips. And as I pulled him in close, I grabbed his hair with my left hand, grabbed that scalpel, and just did a little Susie Q. Just a little, a little juju. They might call it a juju in France. I did a little juju and went slip and bye-bye. I actually whispered bye-bye in that person's ear as I say goodbye to them.
Okay.
And I get a mouthful of ash.
I think
Totally.
I think we should get some dice out of that.
Oh man,
Should you?
I think we should. That was pretty awesome.
Should you?
Dice or therapy, one or the two.
I was about to say the non-Euclidean math on this
Yes.
setup with where the legs are is really kind of amazing.
Cheers.
I mean, I think I'll give you one just because of your descriptions. Definitely, I'll give you one. So yeah, you're up to 2.
Oh yeah, someone
you
in chat
deserve
said
it.
it had like 3 knees. Fuck yeah, I got 3 knees. Fuck yeah.
Per leg. That's dumb.
Per leg,
I
yeah.
need Heather to jump in with those gifting skills, and I just need like the full gif of David trying to figure this out
Yes.
because it was a sight to behold.
Oh my god, Jagos, if you clip that, there will be a gif of it, I'm sure, because I was really baffled by how it all came together.
Jagos, love you, bro.
Yep.
Okay. So well,
Just come say,
fortunately,
"Buzz, Vampiro."
and I would say fortunately enough, okay, so you're pretty much out of the way of the rest of the cemetery. So I mean, you pretty much just ended up killing the 3 vampires without pretty much anyone noticing so far.
Except using like 20 demon dice, but that's a different story.
Yeah, that's totally different.
Yeah.
Okay. So you actually see, I mean, right now, so you only have the 3 piles of ashes there. Right now, you turn around, you actually see your tour guide. I mean, he just keeps on with the tour. Apparently, they are already finished with the mausoleum, and apparently, they are moving to the crypts. The construction workers, I mean, they're still on the lunch breaks. You don't see anyone else around, at least this general area. What would you like to do?
Should we continue the tour? The crypt sounded very interesting to me.
I think I need to take a moment and bring my Haitian voodoo incredibly kick-ass skills together to perform some ritual magic and see what's going on with this tree.
That's
What do you
interesting.
say about that, GM?
I like it. So specifically, are you trying to find out something about the tree, or what are you trying? Let's say if you were to phrase this into a question, what specifically are you asking for? What would you like to know?
I am sitting down, moving into full lotus position with my fingers in the right position. I've pulled out my voodoo doll.
Extremely Haitian. That
I was about to
Yep.
say,
Well, no.
this is very not voodoo.
I've pulled out my voodoo doll. I've worn it around my neck.
Oh yeah, that
And,
too. Yeah, that's so
yep.
accurate.
I got a chicken. Came out of Boujou bears.
Okay, that's a little bit closer actually.
My bear has a chicken under its poncho of holding, and I
And you
grabbed
look
the bear.
at Koji and go, chicken. Koji's like,
I grabbed the
Excuse me,
chicken.
excuse me, your bear.
I grabbed the
Your
chicken out
bear.
of the
That bear is a
bears.
free agent.
Yep, and I am holding that all together, and I am, trying to conduct myself in a Haitian voodoo ritual to understand if there's a spirituality to this tree. Is this tree alive? Does this tree conduct energy from another spirit? Is this tree just a tree, or is this tree something else?
That was
Got it.
It was like 5 questions.
Yes. Well, let's see how many I actually answer based on what you roll. So I would definitely go, okay, so I think you're going in a very clever manner to this. So that will be clever along with mystic arts. Now, since you're trying to use your Haitian voodoo aspect, you can go ahead and just pay one. You can go ahead and pay one faith die and add an extra die 6 to that. Would you like to do it?
I would.
Got it. So in this case, just roll. The higher you roll, the more information I can give you.
So I got to do a. Was that a 10 and an 8? Was that
It was clever.
10
That
and a
was
6?
10,
10 and a 6.
2 10s and a 6.
2 10s and a 6. Hold on, let's see what
Yes.
happens. I got to do a 10 and a 6 and then a 10. Ooh, that's an 8 so far. That's not very good. 13.
13. Okay, got it. So you're concentrating, and as you're basically, just strangling the chicken or whatever you're doing there in the ritual. Choking. Okay, I guess it's just choking. So you can actually feel some sort of like evil life forces. So you can actually detect one underneath the tree, but it's dormant. And very close by, you can detect very similar life forces. I mean, they're probably vampires as well, but they are probably about 50 feet from where you are standing.
They're below me.
They are. Yes, they are. I would say they are below. They're probably down at a crypt level. You can detect around 6 of those.
In the crypt, where we're gonna go next
Yes.
on the tour.
Yeah. I, of course, come out of my trance. Namaste. And I relate to my team what I found from this situation and say, I'm out of fate die. Make it happen.
I apologize.
Bros, I burned all my shit.
I apologize to all
I'm on
Haitians.
demon die now.
I apologize to all yogis.
Anybody who really like practices the religion seriously, we're sorry.
Yes.
Anyone of any faith, we're sorry.
If you have any ideology, we're sorry.
But really, we had Rich involved and should have known better.
The Earth is 6,000 years old.
I just had heart palpitations. I'm gonna die.
And that's how High Shelf Gaming got taken off the air.
Yes. Okay. Can we go to the crypt and fight the fucking vampires?
Well, Koji's going to pull out his phone and he's going to text Jim again, and he's just going to text him like, "You rar?" question mark. Like,
you rar?
Like, you all right, man? What's up, man? You disappeared. Just checking to see if you're around. What's up?
Okay, since officially the other scene is over, you can choose to reappear at any point in time, David.
Awesome.
So, okay, you choose when you appear and how you appear.
Like after all the combat and after all the hard shit's been done, you show up.
Yep. Yeah, I think that Jim is gonna show up in a little bit. So not yet.
Got it. Okay, so
he is also going to hold up his phone with a picture of their boss on it, and like tug on Ocelot's coat. Like, weren't we supposed to tell these guys when all this crap was going down? Like, shouldn't we notify someone?
Let's make a report.
Well, in this case, in this case, Rick, I mean, you're officially, the leader here. So you're the team lead. So it's up to you.
TPS report, gentlemen. We got this handled. Let's just move on.
Do you actually want to report something back to headquarters, or
negative? Headquarters doesn't need to know anything yet.
Okay, on a need to know basis. Okay, got it.
And you were going to throw your lot in with her? Coach, you wound me.
Oh, I feel a little disruption in the ranks.
He was tugging on the Ocelot's cape. That's the.
Oh, but
Rich,
I cannot.
Get it out of your mouth. Rick.
Listen, I am not the team leader. I was not elected. Even though my rippling muscles are by far the most qualified for this position, but there is
In
nothing I
the
can
crypt.
do.
You two in the crypt.
Perhaps we can defeat these vampires, like my cousin, El Santo.
Koji just sighs, throws his hands up in the air, his paws up in the air, and just turns around and stomps towards the crypt.
You kill a vampire, we'll get you that limited edition action figure, eh?
Yeah, you get a middle finger paw up over his head. Back out.
That was a serious offer. It's his loss, really.
Okay. Basically, as you turn towards the crypt, you actually see just the group going in, and you see the doors to the crypt just close. Okay, and you see a very, ominous-looking figure just standing right outside the crypt.
Murder hobo.
Apparently, gardening. Apparently, the figure's just guarding the door, just making sure no one goes in or out. What would you like to do?
Is this not part of the tour?
You're not sure. Well, at least the guy outside, he doesn't look to be part of the tour. The tour guide and the rest of the crew, they actually already went down to the crypt.
Ocelot, I look at you and say I'm out of fate die. Take his ass out.
Okay, look, I'll walk up to the door and I'll say, hey, we're a little late, but we're part of the tour. We'd like to get into the crypts.
It's like, okay, the guy takes a look at you. It's like, oh, okay, sorry, you're going to have to wait for the next tour. So just come back in at 30 minutes.
No. You misunderstand me. We're part of the tour. We need to be in the crypts.
It's like once we close the doors, we cannot interrupt the whole presentation. Sorry.
Excuse me, senor. Have you seen my muscles?
I pulled out the squirt gun and hit him with some more oil.
We are part of the tour and we need to be in the crypts. I cannot make this more clear to you, I don't think.
I'm not even sure if you're going to impress him, but I'll allow you to roll. Let's see if you can actually I'm going to give you a shot. So, let's go once again with Flashy and with Mystic Luchador. Now, this is a tough guy. Apparently, he's not that impressed with your muscles, so he's going to roll 2 die-8s. Let's see.
That is his
we have a 14, so you have
14.
to beat a 14. Yes.
Okay. First D10, we got a 9 and a 6. 15.
Okay,
nice,
so it's like
nice.
No one is unimpressed by these muscles.
Okay. I don't know. It's I think you probably this is weird. I don't know how you did it, but you probably ended up hypnotizing a vampire. I'm not sure how, but your muscles were so appealing that you ended up just.
The oil has holy water in it.
Terry Crews.
The vitality that emanates from your body.
See, I learned this from my cousin El Santo. The oil, we put a little bit of holy water within, and it makes it extra shiny to vampires. They can't resist.
And I don't know. He's just probably thinking, is like, man, if we can just kill this guy, we're gonna have a feast. So it's like, oh, sorry, Mister. What's your name?
I am the Golden Ocelot.
Please, Mister.
Remember this.
No, definitely. Please. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure if it was you or not. Please go in. So he just like steps aside and opens the doors. Like, please, just go downstairs. Just watch your step. It's a little bit dark in there.
He steps aside, and you see Koji standing behind him with like this big concrete vase, like about to bash him over the head, and totally surprised that actually worked. Like he was really expecting that was not going to work, and he was going to have to bash this dude in the head, and the guy just like,
Okay, so you're basically just standing right in there with the base trying to hit him.
He wants to, but he doesn't need to because he stepped out of the way. So he's like, "Oh, I'll just dust this vase off." That's what I was doing. I was dusting it off.
Okay, since he actually turned and he actually saw you standing with the base, if you decide to attack him anyway, that would be a +4 instead of a +2.
Oh, do it. Murder hobo. Totally.
The slippery slope.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna just
Love it.
Murder hobo.
just the base off for a second and then just bam right in the face.
Yeah.
Go with it. So in this case, I would probably say that's quite flashy, and go with combat tactics and add a +4 because he totally saw you coming.
I think Gygos had the best comment. Leroy Jenkins.
Yes.
You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that limited action figure. This is your moment.
And I rolled a 9 to resist. So let's see how well you actually did it.
So it's a D10 and a D8 +4.
Yes. So you got that's a 5. Ooh, that's a 9. That's a tie.
I mean,
If you had
Demon dice.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, yeah, you can knock him out, but you need at least 1 point of damage because right now you are both died. So, do you
Demon
want
dice.
to use a demon dice?
Hells yeah.
Demon
With
dice.
3 dice,
Ooh.
he incapacitated me for like an entire round. Hey, I could
Yes.
do nothing but be caught in the crowd. So this is dangerous.
Bro,
that we're up to
there's
7
4 of
demon
us.
dice.
There's 4 of us.
Yep,
If
and
he's
that's a
been
6.
7 dice, we might just all die.
And one of us is me.
Okay. So basically, you just hear like the bass, just cracks, like crash. And you see the guard like lying down in the floor. So he's dead. Well, at least unconscious for now. He didn't turn into dust.
I have a turn next, right?
Yep, it's your turn.
Oh. So there's a guy incapacitated on the ground.
Yes.
Oh, I slide up nice and smooth. I grab his head in my arms.
All right, David, act this out for us.
And I say, "Good night, sweet prince." And I just take my blade and bring it down right into this vampire's throat and head.
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna gather okay, now you're close to the crypt, so I'm actually gonna use 3 demon dice because I'm gonna try to gather a crowd now around you. I mean, they probably now you're in a more public area, so I'm not sure if probably a young girl probably saw you killing.
I thought we were all inside.
Yeah, well, no, he decided to actually
We're
to
outside
stay.
the crypt.
Yeah. Well, you haven't actually gone in. He opened the door, then you actually knock him out, and now you have Biju on top of him.
Bijou.
Yes, you have him on top of him, and basically just turning him into dust. But
A kiss goodnight.
yeah, so let me roll. I'm gonna roll 3 dice 6. The difficulty once again is 10. So let's see how it goes. That's a 15. Okay. So basically, after you're basically just slit the throat out of this guy, and he turns into dust. You hear a small child just cries like, "Mommy, what is that lady doing to that?"
Whoa. I jump up and I say, "My name is Kristen Angel. Welcome to my magic show." And I kind of go with this whole front that I'm Chris Angel's sister and my name is Kristen Angel. And this was all just a great magic act. And I do the old magic act routine in front of them.
Man, let's see if it
What do I need
actually
to roll
works.
for that,
I
brother?
want to be incredulous about this, but this is I've been at least equally as ridiculous this evening, so I can't.
Let's see. Okay, before we come now to Chris Angel's sister, so who do you want to pass the turn to? So
I'm going to pass it to Slim Jim.
Jim, are you ready to come back
No.
or not yet?
Jim is
Okay.
is riding the cosmic waves.
Okay,
David's
so
like,
you-
"No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want any part of this.
No. So
You
would it be
could really
Koji-
reinforce my magic act right now if you popped in, bro.
But I'm not.
So Koji or Ocelot? Who's next?
Oh, well, Koji's the one that knocked the dude out, and then
Yeah, so it would be
let's go Ocelot.
yep. So Ocelot, what are you up to?
So how do I get this? What do I need to roll to get this kid to go away?
Ooh.
Like
That is a
not to-
very
to-
loaded question.
just to
You
be-
got to
just
come up
to-
with a
well, no,
scenario.
no.
It's not
definitely
just
gonna
a
be-
roll. Give us a
I'm
scenario.
just. I think.
Man, okay.
Yeah. I think I know what Golden Ocelot's gonna do. He's gonna.
This sounds
So-
like a really
reach-
good Flash Cape scene.
Gonna reach under. Gonna reach under the poncho of Koji Bear and pull out 2 tickets and another action figure and say,
Man.
listen, Chiquitita, you have seen nothing. You have seen nothing here today, okay? 2 tickets to the fight of your life.
2 tickets to paradise.
And also,
Yeah.
Oh,
this very impressive golden ocelot action figure.
Man, okay. So I would probably say I'm gonna need you to spend two faith die just to do that.
Absolutely. It's
Got
done.
it. So you're gonna go down to 2, and
Great.
definitely that's flashy social engineering. So let's go with that.
Wonderful.
So yeah, so you roll a die 10, a die 8, and 2 die 6. Now, if you see what I rolled a 15 for this. So you need
Okay.
to roll over it. Okay.
Gotcha. Perfect. It feels good to roll that many dice. I will say that. So 4. Wait, no. Okay, 10, 21.
Ooh, great.
Oh, we got everybody thinking it's a magic show. People are like, "Oh, bro, you're Christine Angel."
It's okay. So everyone's, I mean, a little bit confused. It's like you're saying you're Christine Angel, then the Golden Ocelot just starts giving away tickets and everything, and it's like, okay, so nothing to see here, guys. It's like just move along. It's like so everyone just like starts ignoring you now, and of course, and now you have the little girl just running and just waiting just to post this on eBay, hopefully just to get a good amount of money for the limited action figure. Got it? So now the door, I mean, basically the whole crowd just started dispersing and the doors are open. You can actually go down into the crypt. So let's now, so Ocelot, you were the last one to act. So for the next turn, who do you want to start or do you want to pass the turn to someone else?
What is the situation in the crypt?
So you right now you can actually hear a couple of voices, but they seem to be all the way down to the crypt. So it seems like the group is moving along. It's totally dark, so I mean you cannot actually see anything. You can just barely see the stairs going down from the light coming through the door.
Okay, I would like to fix that.
Down in the stairs, you see a
I think
lit cherry from a cigarette.
perfect.
And-
Yeah.
and Silent
Jim's back.
Silent Jim says, "About time. Place is crawling with vampires."
Slim Jim is here.
Koji tosses his hat and coat down to him because, of course, he picked them up off the ground. They're a little bloody.
Real good to me, Koji. Thank you. Like use the hat that I had been wearing earlier and put that on. Coat back on and all that stuff. And now the picture that's on the ofrenda finally fully develops. And you see Jim's face smiling under his hat. And behind him is that sign from the facility like 2 years ago that says 0 days since last accident. Jim's been alive
We're
for 2
about
years.
to ruin that.
Been alive for 2 years. Until just now.
I think Jim's got to do something. I think I got to just pass it to Jim. Forget anything I was about to do. It's Jim. It's Jim time.
Got it.
Jim's gonna he's gonna look at the crew. Everybody's like in the hall now, right?
Yes.
And says, "We don't hurry. There's not gonna be much left." Started, and I'm gonna start walking down the crypt hall, and I'm gonna grab like Oh, like an old torch or something.
Got it.
And light
Yeah,
that.
not a
light
problem.
that with my cigarette. Get it up then. Get it up in the air.
With the help of a little bit of oil.
That's right.
Yes.
Total
It
boss
normally
move,
does.
by the way.
Just kinda
Total boss
sop
move.
some of that up off your chest.
Roll it up the chest.
Yeah.
Goji,
And light it
refresh
up.
me.
Thank you. Thank you,
Refresh.
Ocelot.
Got it. As soon as you turn on the torch, there's some light now. You can see you're inside the crypt, and you can see far away, probably about 100 feet. You can see another torch and a lot of voices. So it's probably, it's part of the tour group. They are really way ahead of you guys. But right now, it's like, you can still hear they're probably talking. You can hear Charlie over the megaphone just talking about the crypts. Okay. But you do actually manage to notice a whole group of very mysterious shadows approaching the group all the way up front. So
Whoa. I see these mysterious shadows. Are they behind the group or are they in front of the group?
they are actually approaching the group, the tour group. They are approaching them relatively
behind?
fast. Yes,
So they're between, if we're here, the
Yes.
group's here, they're kind of in the middle.
exactly.
So, guys, we need to get here and get over by that middle.
Yes.
Okay,
It's what we,
so let's go.
we
Who wants to act first?
I think that Jim is gonna take his hat off and cover up his torch a little bit so they can't quite see our light coming down this tunnel. Right?
Mhm.
And like, just kind of shield as much of the light from them as possible so they just can't see it on its approach. And I want to get up kind of close to one of them and I want to stick them with the torch. See how that goes. See how that goes.
Okay, got it. So basically, as you're approaching, you see a total of 6 vampires actually approaching the group. So that's the total group. And in this case, I think what you're trying to do is quite clever. So that would go with clever combat and tactics.
Oh, okay, cool. Go on clever 6, tactics 8.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Got it. Now, in this case, let me roll for the vampire. He was not ready for you. Sorry. So let me roll. So he rolled an 8. That's what you're trying to beat.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Oh, let me refresh this thing.
10.
Oh yeah, I got him.
Okay, you got him. Now, if you totally want to
Now I'm
destroy
using
him,
fire. Does fire do anything extra here?
in this case, it does. But in this case, usually the whole idea, if you see you don't have weapons or anything in the character sheet, the whole idea is that it's already integrated in the damage.
Got it.
If you want, let's say, to make it, let's say, more harmful, you can always use, let's say, like the fate dice to generate extra points of damage, or the
Do
demon
it.
dice.
Yeah,
Do
In this case, you're missing 3 points to totally kill him.
got it.
Do it.
I'm
Do
gonna
it.
I'm gonna do my fate die if I can, if that's all right.
Got it. Now, in this case, now the way it works, so usually you have to declare it before if you want to add it.
Got it.
But it's okay though. It's okay because we're just running through it. So what I would like to know is you just need to justify how would you use it. So you can use it and you say, well, because I'm super creepy, I cause extra damage, or it's like, it just adds flavor to the description. Or you can just say, well, I'll just use it.
Yeah, Jim is he's the quintessential man in black, right? Man, a few words when he's down to business. He doesn't have all the flash and panazz of the rest of the crew. He just straight up handles the business and gets in there real quiet and close as fast as he can and just like runs that torch along their clothes and just really buries it in that guy to get him on fire. Because I want this to end up with he's dying, but he's also on fire while he's dying, and maybe
The worst way ever to die.
right, yeah, and maybe give everybody else in this room a minute of like maybe they could save themselves.
Ooh.
We'll see, kind of thing.
Okay, got it. Now, in this case, so what you're trying to do, so you're trying to kill him and you're actually trying to generate an advantage. So I would say you need 5 points to kill him, and then let's say for every 5 points you roll above that, you can actually create an advantage.
Okay.
So now the trick in this case, you're missing 3 points.
Okay.
To kill him. If you roll anything above 3, I can give you an extra free die because basically you are lighting up the room with this guy.
Do it.
Awesome.
Do it.
Awesome. So
Do it.
yeah, I want to use the enigmatic man in black aspect to justify that die I was using. So how do I? You've already taken the die off. How
I already took it off.
Do I roll a d6?
Just roll a d6.
Okay.
It's a 6.
It's gonna be.
Ah, there you go. Beautiful.
Oh, was it a 6? It was
Great.
a 6.
Yes, it was the 6. Yes.
Of course, it's a 6. Of course.
Got it. Okay, so
There it is.
let me put an aspect which is just let me put it as Burning Man with 1 die.
There it
Okay, so basically what's happening is you totally torch this guy. He starts like crying and running all over the place. So basically in this case, it totally illuminates, the whole crypt. You see some of the guys at the end of it. They just turn around, they see this guy burning, and everyone starts just like freaking out. People start moving, running around. The good thing is that since he's lit, he's basically illuminating the whole crypt for everyone, so they are able to run away. Now, in this case, you actually ended up creating an advantage. You get an extra free die. So if anyone can find an excuse how to use this Burning Man die, they can use it. Okay?
Oh, I can find some shit out.
Yes.
Okay. So it's who do you want to pass the turn to?
So I really like to pass the turn to Koji, because Koji needs the room to set some stuff up, and Silent Jim has figured that out. That Koji's a playmaker, and I've set the scene. It's time for Koji to spring the trap, set the trap. I guess I don't know what it is. I'm giving it to Koji.
Okay, so he took 1 vampire down, right?
Mhm.
And there's how many left? 5?
5. Yep.
And are they also on fire, or just the one that he took
No,
down?
just the one he took down.
Koji is going to reach under his poncho and toss. Actually, he had already had it. He had already been working on.
I'm so sorry.
Walking down the hall, folding chair out, and he's been doing something. And as everybody turns to look at him, he turns it back around and tosses it to the golden ocelot. And what he's done is he's carved a big cross on the back of the chair, so that and now it's a holy weapon now, so that it'll do more damage to it.
Holy shit!
Yes.
And then he's gonna pull out his from underneath there. He's gonna pull out a special.
He's pulling out his what?
A special licensed golden ocelot flashlight with a cross. He's going to hold one in front of the other so that the whole room is bathed in the light of this cross across the thing to distract the vampires, so everybody can better go with what they're doing.
Yes.
Let's go first with the chair. So okay. So now in this
the
case,
flashlight is the golden ocelot's mask. Is the light that
Yeah.
So you're a prop master. So basically you get a +2 whenever you quickly get a prop. So in this case, I would say, yeah, that's quickly. And yep, in this case, I would probably go with just combat and tactics. Okay. So you get
the chair is for the ocelot, so that's a +4, right?
Exactly. So in this case now, the difficulty, since it's a chair, it's only 5. For every 5 points you roll above, you can actually get 1 extra die for that holy folding chair.
All right. So we're gonna go. You said combat and tactics.
It's quick. So you roll 2 die 8s +4.
It's like a 25.
David, would it help if
Ooh.
Hugo like turned off the camera and then turned it back on? Maybe.
Yeah.
For you, I don't
know. Hugo, I've lost your camera, so yeah, let me turn off my camera. Sometimes that does it, but I might need
Okay.
you to reset your camera.
Camera shuffle happening
shuffle.
tonight
Oh,
on
did I roll three?
HSG. Camera shuffle. Did it come
Yeah, okay.
back?
Let me try.
Oh, we got another camera shuffle
There it is. Thank
on
you.
HS.
100%. Thank you, dude.
There it is. There you go. Wow. Okay. So you rolled a 21. Okay. So
Whoa.
now that in total,
Whoa.
yes.
Oh wait, but that's 3d8. I'm sorry.
So
That
that
rolled
in
an extra
total.
one.
Oh, you rolled. Okay. So you rolled. Well, so it's 2d8. So, well, that would be an 8 and a 6. That's a 14 plus 4. That's an 18. Still very good.
All right.
Wow.
So that's a 3 die. So let me add it actually in here. Man, you have a whole bunch of things you haven't used. So you have a holy, let me put it in here. You have a holy folding chair with three dice you can use. And we'll go, okay, for your next action, we'll use the flashlight. But right now, you take out the folding chair and you hand it out to the Ocelot.
All right, yeah.
So who do you want to pass the turn to?
Well, to the Ocelot, man.
Ocelot.
Remember,
Set him up.
remember, you also have the vampires. Okay.
We don't want to
So
give
if you-
them 2 turns.
Oh,
So-
don't worry, I'm
So I
coming
think
last.
yeah, there it is. I think we save ourselves a lot of headache by giving it to the Ocelot now, and then to the vampires, and then to the rich.
No. I got a chance before the vampires.
I don't think so.
I'm
Well, I
right.
mean, once
That
again,
depends on me.
Yeah.
if Ethan could do some damage, I mean, I guess like, the question is,
Go
if we
Ocelot.
drop the number of vampires that get to do their actions.
I got some parkour shit coming up.
I mean, Rich has been dreaming about different ways to kill vampires in a situation like this. He knows he's got a whole lineup of things that he wants to do to these things. We can't deny him that.
That's right.
Oh my god.
So
So I'm going to give it to the Ocelot because
Yes.
I set my man up. That's what my job is.
it's perfect.
Como se llama?
Okay, so I've got all this stuff in here, and I don't really know how to use it. per
Okay.
se.
So basically, the way you use it is you just describe me what you want to do, and if you can justify, I mean, if you can justify all situational aspects, you can keep on adding die. So, for example, you can tell me, well, I'll just grab the chair and start hitting this guy or start hitting the vampires. So let's say, I'm going to try to hit them. So let's say they go against the other vampire that's burning. You could say, I want to use the 3 dice I got for the folding chair, and I want to use 1 die for the burning man. And you can basically just start adding the dice. The whole thing, the trick in here is you need to find a way to justify. So if you can justify using 1 die for each one of the aspects, fine. But I mean, that's the trick. You need to figure it
Oh,
out.
I could justify some shit.
There you go.
I can do that.
Yes.
So the golden ocelot will take the holy folding chair,
Mhm.
and he'll
Holy folding chair.
think back to all of the movies of his cousin El Santo, and how he fought the vampires, not with flashiness, not with the pageantry of the ring, but with the force of will and his muscles. And then he's going to turn to the rest of his teammates and he's going to say, listen, this is nothing like that Target incident. We will not be destroying a home goods section today. We're going to save these people from vampires. And yeah, he's going to charge in and just try to smash one of them over the head with the chair.
Okay. So here's how it goes. Okay. So you use the target incident. You are using the chair. Okay. Oops.
Oh no,
We lost-
What
Oh, no.
happened?
We lost an Ethan
Ethan.
during his moment of
Ethan.
triumph.
Yes.
Oh man.
Ocelot.
Discord is
Okay, there we
doing-
go.
It just
There we go.
set.
Yeah.
It just
Okay.
everything goes dark and then it comes back. I have no idea why.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's wild.
But
Okay.
the home goods section that we destroyed.
So you brought up target. You have the folding chair. Now, for target, you have 2 dice. You can use one of those. Then for the holy folding chair, that's specifically for you. Of course, you can lend it to someone else. How many of those 3 dice do you want to use?
And when you
I'm
use
gonna
them,
use.
they're taken out of the aspect sheet, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna use one of those because I intend to use this
One.
chair more than once.
Got it. So so you have 2 extra die 6, and what you're
Okay.
trying to do is quite flashy, and you can use your Mystic
Well,
Luchador. So
I was
go ahead.
hoping to forcefully attack
Forcefully. Okay.
because I'm calling on the movies of my cousin El Santo, which gives me. Well, I guess it doesn't. Either way, it's the same bonus. So I guess I
Yeah.
could take the. I think I was trying to do the forcefully thing, so I think I'm gonna have to go with that. But I get a +2 because of all
Got
the
it.
movies
Well,
that I've watched.
it's better because at least, I mean, the minimum, if you just roll the 2 dice, it's better to have the +2 than the 2 dice. So it's okay.
Right.
Okay, so that will be, it's a die 8, a die 10, a +2, and 2 die 6.
Great. That sounds
Great.
like a wonderful amount of dice to roll.
Yeah, and let me roll for the vampire. So these guys are just gonna try to climb over to the ceiling. I mean, just trying to evade your attacks. Let me see how good they are. But now, you know what? Now this craze is hectic. I mean, people are running all over the place. So I'm gonna use one of my demon dice. Okay.
No.
Yep. So
He's
I'm
got
gonna
so
roll.
many.
How many
Yes.
you got, bro?
Well,
How many you got?
I only have 3 left. I've been using a lot.
Okay.
So. Oh man, that was a crappy roll. Okay, so it's a 10.
Yes.
Then.
Yes.
Also, the holy folding chair was 3, and I'm only using 1 die.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Does that
you're right.
drop it to
So
1 or okay.
no,
Just
it's
making
just you have 2 left. Yep. Okay.
Okay, cool. So just a 10. All right. Going well so far. So that is a 6, 15 plus 7, 22.
22. Oh,
Wow.
nailed it. I nailed it.
Yeah, you basically end up okay. So you basically end up hitting 2 vampires over the head. You can describe how you want just to totally kill them, and you can actually get rid of 2 of them.
Yeah, I think El Santo, he walks up, or not El Santo, the Golden Ocelot, he walks up and he says, "My cousin El Santo dealt with tons of your kind, although they were much more attractive than you all. It's okay, the chair will do." And then he just, in one big motion, just takes down 2, they just flatten into ashes. He just uses all of his strength.
I love just how shallow the Golden Ocelot is. I love it.
That's who he is.
I love it.
And okay, no, so you basically okay, so 2 of those vampires turn to dust. So you have the other one who's burning up. So in total, you only have 3 vampires left. So who do you want to pass the turn to?
Pass the torch to the vampires.
Got it. Okay, so
So hurt. I'm so hurt. You picked the vampires over me.
That means they have to pass it to you, and then you get to choose
Yes.
who goes next.
I know.
Wait, what about the people?
the people are still running around. So
The Golden Ocelot could hand his turn.
Oh,
to the people.
they aren't shit. They're just crazy
Can I do
people.
that?
They don't know what they're doing.
Can I hand my turn to the people to let them escape? I don't.
no, it's
Okay,
no,
fair enough.
you're ready.
Fair enough.
So
Okay. So
man,
They're not
okay.
participating in combat. They're actively avoiding. all
Imagine
combat.
chat stream. Come on, chat stream. What would y'all do? Y'all would run.
I would probably say right now the attack. Okay, so the vampires will definitely attack either the doctor or the ocelot. I mean, they're probably
Whoa, the
most
doctor.
dangerous.
Whoa, why would they attack me? I haven't done anything. I'm just hanging out with the doctor. I'm being cool. They're gonna go after Bear, Ocelot, and Silent Jim.
Let's do it randomly. So okay, so I let me roll a die 6. So on a 1 to 3, they actually go against the doctor. Otherwise, they'll just go against the ocelot. It's definitely the doctor. Okay, so apparently they were actually they've been watching you for a while, and yeah, I mean it's you have not been very kind on the way you've been basically killing some of the vampires. So okay, so these 3 guys, I mean, they start running at you, and they're just gonna jump at you, and just it's like they're gonna try to take care of business. They're not gonna try to kill you at that point in time.
Oh.
Okay, so one of them is gonna try to tackle you. One of them is gonna try to hold your arms, and the other one's gonna try to bite you. Okay.
Oh my god. Am I going to become a
wow.
vampire and frick over my old team?
Oh no.
Okay. Now you need to describe how you want to avoid the attack. Now,
Okay,
let
what were
me
the
tell
3
you.
attacks? Give me the 3 attacks one more time.
So basically, one of them is trying to knock you down. The other one's gonna try to grab your arm so you cannot move, and then the third one's gonna try to bite you in the neck.
Okay, so I've watched a ton of GSP. And for those who don't know who that is, that's George St. Pierre. Fuck yeah, give me a high five. Give me a high five. I've watched a ton of GSP. So I know all about being in the cage. I know this shit. I actually practice in the octagon. And so why do you laugh? Why do you laugh? So I actually practice in the octagon. So all the time. Like last week. And so they are coming at me. And I go immediately for a double-handed push to the side. Now that makes me a little open to the right. And so I bring down this right arm and I push it up with a left push. And then I come out with a front forward fist. So I'm literally just trying to go boosh, boosh, boosh. And we'll see how those rolls go. I'm working the team. I'm working the group. I understand what's going on. I understand the whole situation. And by the way, I have my scalpel in my fucking knuckles.
I'm gonna give you a free die 6 just because of the description, man.
Thank you.
That's way too much detail just to let it go to waste. Yeah, so you're definitely being flashy, and that's combat and tactics. So you get to roll 2 die 6 and a die 8. Okay.
And
now, if you want,
do I get an extra D6 because of the other one?
Well, I gave you that already includes the extra die 6.
Okay, so I got
now.
2 die 6.
So now here's the trick. You could still try to use either. Well, remember you have still some free points. You have the vampire hunting kit, the automatic crossbow, the embarrassing target incident, and the burning man. If you can factor any of those into your description, you can use those dice.
Okay, I'm gonna look over at Silent Jim and say, "This is just like Tulsa, bro. We were in Tulsa, and there was that
At a Target.
At a Target.
And
At a
you
Target.
totally just moved off to the side. And next thing you know, I had to pull my GSP up on all those guys. And so I'm bringing back the embarrassing event for Jim where we were in Tulsa and I was running my backside off trying to keep the team alive. And Jim let me down. Is that another D6?
What?
I'll give you another die 6.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's see
now
what
let
happens.
me roll first. Okay, I'm gonna use another demon die. They're gonna go 3 against you, so I'm gonna go. I roll 2 die 8 and a die 6. So let me tell you what you need to beat. I rolled a 13.
Oh, that's easy. I don't even know if I need the other D6. Let's see what happens. Down the tower. That would be an 11. What'd you roll?
13.
Okay, I got one more D6. I got one more because I didn't have enough D6. That's a 3. And what did I roll?
Ooh,
14.
An 11. That's a 14. So, yep, you actually make it. You actually evade the attack.
Was that the first attack?
No, it was a single attack. So, I mean, he basically evades all of the attacks. It was a single roll for everything. Okay. So you see the doctor, I mean, just skillfully just like push everyone to the side. Just, I mean, get around it. And actually, Ocelot, you're quite impressed. I mean, you were not sure. I mean, you had never seen the doctor with such moves, but it's impressive.
Just get her in the ring.
Yes.
Make some money.
Okay.
So in this case, slicing motions, and you're not allowed to have scalpels in the.
Yes.
This is a fair point.
So that's basically it for this round. So in this case,
did the doctor get to do? Those all the Mook's turn, right? All the.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. Yes. Yes, the
Oh!
doctor. So it's your turn. You're totally right.
Oh,
That's-
because I had this whole thing envisioned where I was going to parkour. And I'm thinking, you know who's in front of me? It's fucking Silent Jim.
I was about to say, don't put me into this.
And you know who's holding the torch? Is Silent Jim. And so I parkour. I do my block. I do my right. I do my fist. I got out of this stuff with the other guys. So I make this like 2 little jump step thing, and I find myself with my right foot on Silent Jim's back, right above his buttocks. Right. So right where he has a tramp stamp that says, I'm not going to say anything. He has a tramp stamp right there. And I put my foot right there. I reach over him. I grab the torch out of his hands. I do a parkour backflip, and I come up with my scalpel and my torch, and I hit one of the vampires.
Let's go for it. So that will be a straight die 8 and a die 6 for combat and tactics.
All right, let's see.
How flexible is this? You had a foot on my back. You reached past my whole torso situation to grab the fucking
Don't think
torch.
too much about it. Don't think too much about it, bro.
Do a black flip.
I only rolled a 7. Don't think too much about it.
Yeah.
I'll bet you only rolled a 7. She probably passed out halfway through.
Yeah.
No room in the rest of her body for breath.
Okay. You rolled. Okay. They actually. Okay. So in this case, they actually rolled a 10.
Yeah.
So that's no damage. So what I can. Okay. So you want to use a couple of demon dice to try and actually have this attack be a success. You're missing 3 points.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you want to use a demon dice because you are short by 3 points?
That would be a hell yeah.
Go ahead for it.
Anytime I can use demon die. Oh fuck! It was a 1.
It was a 1. Okay, I get an extra. Whenever you roll a 1 on a demon die, I get an extra die.
Okay.
So now,
you still
now-
Can I do another one?
you can do another one, definitely.
Okay, let's do
Okay.
another one. F the team. Okay, that was a 4.
Okay, more than enough. Okay. So how do you want to kill that vampire after your all this flip?
Oh, we're shoving the torch that I took from Silent Jim right into the back of its neck, and we're following it up with my knife right above that at the ear. So,
Okay, so he just turns to dust. And of course, the other 2 guys, the other 2 vampires, they look quite confused. It's like they are not sure how you can execute all this gymnastics, but it's they look actually quite impressive.
just whisper in their ears. It's a role-playing game.
So that's the end of this turn. So who do you want to start the second round?
Oh, I'm handing it to Silent Jim.
All right,
Or
so-
Slim Jim, as I
so-
might call him.
So Silent Jim, having recently lost the torch, so, screaming behind me. I'm sure everything's fine. Jim, throws their hands down on Sapphire and Steel, brings them up with the twirl, and the other 2 vampires that are still left, 1 for each of them. Gonna try and drop them both. With
Got
my
it.
shiny pair of guns. Because I have a shiny pair of guns, I gain +2 when I flash
Got it, got
attack an
it.
opponent with these pistols.
Go ahead for it.
So can
Oh
I
my
have-
god, you got guns, bro!
Yeah, this whole time I've had guns. I've been waiting.
You have guns?
I've had guns.
You
the
You
whole
have
time.
guns? You haven't told me you have guns?
I got 2
Oh my
guns.
god, bro!
I named them in the beginning.
Thunder
Sapphire
and
and
Lightning,
Steel.
what'd you name them?
Sapphire
I didn't
and
know if you had
Steel.
toddlers or what in your robe. I used to have all the sapphire stuff that you had kids.
What'd you name these guns? What are they called?
Sapphire and Steel.
Oh. Dave, where you been with these guns, Jim?
I've been lighting vampires on fire. What?
Jim, I'm just a surgeon. I'm just a doctor, Bones.
Oh man, let me
Yeah.
see. Okay, so they rolled a 7. They're gonna just try to get out of the way from
Yeah, and
your gunfire.
I'm sure. The embarrassing target incident was unfortunately all used up. I wanted to use like this was harkening back to when I drew my guns on target, but I can't.
Well, you can. Okay, now you can still use the target situation. Okay, now since you're basically out of free points, you can actually use one of your faith die. I mean, the only difference is that you're not getting any free points. So
Got it. No, that's fine. Yeah, I'll use a fate die then. That's good. That works for me.
okay, got it. So you get to roll an extra die 6. Now, in this case, now they rolled a 7. If you can roll a 17 or more, you can basically kill both of them.
Start spinning it.
Yeah.
Start spinning. Let me get some more dice in there.
Here's the other
Bro.
thing. Here's the other thing. You know, this guy that's been on fire, he's kind of been near me this whole time, right?
Yep.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick him in the path of where they're running, right? To like get them to like corral into the right spot, right? Because they don't want to be near the fire guy, and so they gotta leave that situation and head over here, right where I'm got one ready. I got the other one coming in together, and when they get close, that's when I get them both.
Holy
Got it.
smokes! You look like Killer from like the DVD from Japan.
That's right. That's right. And it's
Dude,
you know, the two-fisted gunslinger aspect. Definitely.
do you want some more points? I could toss him a chair just in the air. Just
It's like
Yeah.
hurling
Off the
at
chair.
them.
off the chair, and I'll just throw it for.
Oh,
both,
so
and you
like
can
a trick
ricochet
shot
your
off the
bullets
chair,
of it. Yeah,
so it becomes a holy round as it ricochets down onto them. I'm into
that's
that.
right. That's right.
100%,
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm just gonna
100%.
toss it to both of those dice. Yes.
Yep. There you go. Okay, got it. You can
Right.
use them.
All right. Oh, I love it. Thank you.
So, so in total, let me see. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you get to roll 4 die 6
Okay.
plus. Let me see. So you were gonna use your
Plus 15.
guns. So the flashy is. Sorry, I can't see it in here.
Is an 8?
It's an 8, and combat and tactics an 8. So you get to roll 2 die 8 and 4 die 6,
Okay.
and you need to beat
Plus 2.
17.
Plus
Plus
2.
2.
Plus 2 because of the guns. All right. What was that roll?
Okay.
A 32. Oh my god.
32. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Feel free to describe how it actually goes down.
Yeah.
Make it happen, bro.
So Jim like buries his hands in his holsters, swings them up, and as the guns are twirling, the rounds are heating up, and he says, "Ocelot, chair!" As you like hurl the chair, he kicks the other flaming guy, corralling the two vampires, and with both guns just aimed at the chair, waiting for just the right moment, those rounds ricochet off the chair, becoming holy. On their way towards their two targets, they split, hit the two in the chest as they turn into dust. And two little crucifixes get buried in the wall on the far side. Their holy strength imbues this room with
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
This is a really good game.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Like this is just a good game.
I'm getting some Boondock Saints vibes right now. I'm into it.
What we need is rope.
Yes.
50-foot of rope.
That's right.
so
We
basically,
forgot that could have been a situational aspect. We could have had
It
50
could have
foot of
been.
rope.
Dude, your shit was so tight. John just re-upped.
yes.
That's how shit your
What's
tight
up,
was.
John? What's up,
That's
John?
how tight your shit was. That was awesome.
Oh my god.
so basically, the whole crypt suddenly starts getting dark. Okay. Basically, I mean, as the torch, well, you basically ended up killing now the Burning Man. The doctor used your torch. Fortunately, everyone is like all the tourists. I mean, who were part of the tour. I mean, they are now out of the crypt, and now everything's relatively silent. Okay, you see the tour guide actually walk up to you.
Relatively.
He's like, yeah. But the tour guide walks up to you and is like, "Man, that was amazing." Is like, I think we could actually make a show out of it. Would you like? I mean, I think we can probably arrange for something. I mean, we could do
A
this like
Twitch
once a
stream.
week. Yeah, that'll be great. It's like, man, I mean, give me your card. I mean, I think we can definitely come with a very cool tour idea. I mean, I'm still not sure how you did the whole disappearing act with these guys you apparently killed. But this is just amazing. It's just, let me tell you, it's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Koji reaches up and pulls off his golden ocelot licensed earplugs, because he knew the guns were coming out, and this is a closed area, and you're in protection safety, so they have little glowing ocelots on the side. He pulls them down, and he digs around and he pulls out a card and hands it to the guy.
Okay, he just gets it. It's like, wow. It's like, I'll give you guys a call. This was just amazing. Thank you for the show. It's one of the best things. I mean, the moment I saw you, I knew you were probably filming something, or you were movie stars, or this is just great. It's like, thank you very much. So
Don't
he
we
just
have a
walks.
vampire to kill?
What?
Didn't
Don't we have a
even get to
vampire
wake up.
He's still
No.
Didn't even get to
dormant.
wake up.
He's still dormant.
Shit.
We got
He's
we
still
got rid of all,
dormant.
we got rid of all of his lackeys that were trying to free him.
Oh.
Yep. And fortunately, I can tell you, well, I mean, although it was only a recon mission, I can tell you that fortunately you actually didn't messed up as badly as that whole Target incident. So you actually managed to come back. They forgive you. Actually, I mean, they promote you. Now you don't actually need to prepare cover sheets for the TPS reports. Now you're actually in charge of the TPS reports. Someone else is gonna do the covers for you. So well, at least it's a step up. I mean, it's little by little, but I mean, you're making progress. I mean, you know how things work in companies.
We're like Omega 58s instead of Omega 100 and something or another.
Whoa, let's not.
No,
Let's
we're
not get too far
Delta
ahead of
Team
ourselves.
4, baby. We're Delta Team
way.
4 now.
No way.
Hell yeah.
I think at some point the Golden Ocelot will put his big muscly arms around Silent Jim and Koji Bear and say, "I think today I was the sidekick."
What about me? What about me,
Koji,
Joe? No
I
hugs?
get why you like this so much. It's a very good job. I'm very thankful to have you as my sidekick.
No hugs for Bijou.
Bijou, that was some freaky shit you pulled in there, but it was good.
I hope Koji now can actually get a limited edition figure, or at least something that doesn't look like cheap plastic.
Koji gets upgraded to an action figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, because what he started with just looked like a McDonald's toy, that you get out of the Happy Meal. Now, though, it's got it's a two pieces. Like you push his arm down and it raises the chair to give to the golden.
See, actually, like the Koji one, it comes with a little stand that fits an Ocelot one too, and so when you pull the chair, it perfectly lines up with the Ocelot figure's hand.
Yes.
And that set is worth so much if you
Yes.
get all of the pieces.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
so much.
Great.
Oh my gosh. Real quick, I think we still have a little bit more to do, but I do want to do one
Yes.
of our giveaways.
A giveaway.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I'm going to turn on, folks, the giveaway. We're going to do our third and final voucher for the night for Vampire the Masquerade from Modifius. So I'm going to start that giveaway. Everybody who would love to get yourself a voucher for Modifius books, toss a 12 days in chat, folks. Thing is live. I'm sure we still have a little bit more to do, but I just want to run that while we are doing our wrap up here.
I like how Rich got 3 or 4 of them in before the thing even took.
Yes.
Oh, I finally spelt it right. I was messing it up.
Took you a second.
It only took me 5 entries to get it right.
Yeah, and everybody, just as a quick reminder, of course, we are here trying to raise some funds for the Trevor Project. Tell your friends, tell your wives,
Yes.
tell your significant others, whomever, that are up to this shenanigans. We've got more games coming, right? And Hugo, did we win the prize? Is there like, should we have gone after the big guy that's dormant?
It's no. You actually completed the mission.
Awesome.
You just needed to keep them from actually waking him up. So you did it.
So
Actually,
kind
it
of
was
like
great.
a whole Call of Cthulhu thing. If we let them be what they were gonna raise the master.
Right, and we probably can't get anywhere near. He'd probably just turn us into columns of blood.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, I'll let you stay asleep.
So say you.
I mean, the golden ocelot would be a lot of blood, right?
A lot.
Those muscles require a ton of
But
iron.
Silent Jim, Slim Jim,
Yeah.
me and you would have worked like some crazy like binomial geometric shit, and we would have like thrown that around, and we would have gotten around behind that master and
That's right.
totally.
I doubt it. He'd have tried.
No, it was excellent. It was just excellent.
That's awesome. That's so much fun.
What a neat game system. I couldn't read any of it because it was in Spanish, but
No,
now
no,
that
no,
I've done it, so
Well, yeah, that book is the book that Hugo made. So, folks, just
Yes.
so you know, the story here is that Hugo's group, the Death Die Club, you'll have the license to translate and publish Demon Hunter, right?
Yes. It was actually it was I mean, sort of an agreement we have, and we started promoting the game. We played it at Gen Con. It was in 2018, and we were just, I mean, we fell in love with the system. It's totally different versus, I mean, let's say compared to D&D, Call of Cthulhu. I mean, like all the other games,
It's got some fate. It's got some fate inspiration in there with the aspects that you get to use to give you extra die. Like, that's super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's more lighthearted. So that's one of the things that we really liked about it. So
You could just really get real funky with it and kind of just do whatever, which I love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like-
yeah, that was real cool.
Also, I just want to point out we didn't use either of the things we brought with us.
no.
We never used the crossbow, and we
Whoa,
never
whoa,
used our
whoa, whoa.
vampire hunting kit.
Oh, whoa! I think I called out Bougie. I called out Bougie Bear to bring out the crossbow.
Yeah, the next round was going to be the crossbow.
Yeah.
I think was
Right.
coming out next round.
Yeah, we're
And
just
didn't
too
we
efficient
drop some
with our
holy
vampire.
water on the chair?
No, that's just Koji Bear's natural magic.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Koji Bear just has that.
I'm the prop master, and you know I've got a couple of different chairs in there.
That's right. In there, in your stuffing.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
I like
That's so
Yagos busting me for like trying to enter 15 times.
Yes. All right, folks. Let's end this part of the giveaway. And I have one more drawing to sort out. So let me close that. Let's pick our winner. You're rich.
Oh,
Rich.
I'm giving my win to Yagos.
Oh.
I'm giving my win to Yagos.
Oh, well, congratulations, Yagos.
Yes, I'm giving my win to
Oh,
Yagos.
wait. We've talked about this. Legally, we have to give you the thing first, and then you can give it to whoever.
Yes.
But it's got to go to you. That's how it works.
Yes.
That is not how it works. Is that how it works?
It's how it works. You've got to get it first. You have to receive it.
I really don't want to do anything to win shit. I just want to give it to someone else.
I have to contact you via Twitch Whisper. Ask you for your email address. There's a whole process.
Is there really?
For me. And then you're going to give me your email address. I'm going to hand it to them. And they're going to hand it to you. And then I'm going to ask Giagos for his email address. I'll give it to you.
Okay, we'll do that on the whole back end. You know, highshelfrich@gmail.com.
That's right.
And by the way, text me. Or not text me. Email me at highshelfrich@gmail.com.
Right, with ideas for his Asian doctor zombieologist.
As you know it.
Who practices yoga Haitian situation that was real dicey there for a bit.
A little dicey. I was like contemplating spirituality. It was just coming out. Namaste. It was just so it was just happening.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, Heather's like, there's a process, damn it.
There is, yeah. I was telling you the process.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to you via whisper on Twitch. This is my
Don't
process
mess
that I
with
do.
your
for my-
process, man. I'll never hear the end of it.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, I have to
Alright.
do the other donor bit, and we actually have some more donors in, which is phenomenal.
Excellent.
Taylor donated, Zoneri donated, Mike, and this is awesome. Lots of new donators. So yeah.
Great.
Oh god.
Oh, by the way, I found a poster. Let me put it in here of
yeah.
exactly one of the movies that Ethan was talking about, which is basically El Santo versus the Vampire Women. So,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, look at that.
It's very good. All of those covers are extremely good.
That is so good.
We
Like
should
these
do
are like
a movie night.
60s and
We should do a movie night because one of them was El Santo versus Cthulhu, and I'm like, I gotta see that.
Oh my god, really?
that's amazing.
Dude,
You
I
know,
know we
I
have to do that.
As I was doing my research, only 4 of El Santos movies were ever dubbed in English, and
Oh.
one of them is this movie,
Yes.
the Las Mujeres Vampiro. But I'm sure you can find some with subtitles somewhere. They might not be English subtitles. They might be like Croatian subtitles or whatever. Depends on what
you
part of
do.
the internet you find that movie streaming.
Like you do, yeah.
But-
Yeah, of course.
But yeah,
That's
I'm gonna
awesome.
have to find this one. It's so good. I knew that like luchador horror movies were a thing,
oh yeah,
but I had never actually seen like a real life example of one, and they're even better than I could have possibly imagined.
Oh yeah.
There's a drinking game that goes with El Santo movies as well. I've found online in some like magazine article.
I'm jealous now.
Oof.
I guess I have to clean up data. We can keep talking if y'all have more things to say.
yep. Well, if you want to
Is this
see,
the
I
shilling
think this.
part?
I think this one actually is also dubbed. I think I recall it, which is El Santo and Blue Demon versus against the monsters. Now they actually fight Frankenstein and the Mummy, and I mean that's another one.
That's
Oh, that's
fun.
good. We should do a movie night. We should totally do a movie night. I'm, like open invite to the people.
Oh my god, bro. We could do like a mystery science or mystery
Science.
What?
Oh yeah, it was Mystery
Someone
Theater
fill in my
3000,
drunk
right?
words for me. What is it? A mystery?
It's like MST3K.
There we
Science
go.
Theater 3000.
That's the words I'm looking for. We could totally do that. Now we just talk shit the entire time. So it'd be great. For me. Not for
Yes.
you, but for me.
Agreed.
Melon Trade, good night.
I don't know that that's even remotely close to their username, but
No,
Well,
it's
you know.
French. French for
Do you know
Montreal.
how many times I mess up all the names that are out there in the world? So,
I got an idea.
oh God, there's no melon. I said melon tree. There's no melon in there. But I love you. Still the same. Good night. And Yagos dropped the Mystery Science Theater 3000 for me to get that right.
Ooh.
What?
Okay, so tonight we are giving away we are giving away the is it the map from Piku and the, let me just double check my calendar real quick, and the Supergiant Games bundle.
Is there another giveaway?
Well, so this is the giveaway that's going to the physical donors, the folks who have donated $20 or more. They have been entered in to win the end of the night giveaway, right? And
Well, I
finally-
gave $100.
I know, yeah, and you were entered in to win. So like, fingers crossed. But tonight's giveaway of Supergiant Games and the Seppuku map went to Kylan. Yeah,
Wow, I'll have to tell her.
yeah, it went to Kylan.
that's
So
awesome.
congrats to Kylan.
Excellent.
Ethan's betrothed. So
My
that is-
betrothed.
betrothed. That's right. So congrats to her. We are
Yeah,
going to
she's
be.
been here watching all the time. She just don't say nothing.
What? Hey, it's you. Hey, you're in here. I'm going to send you.
Ethan, when's this wedding? And am I showing up, or what's the story?
I mean, you can show up
When is
if
this
you can
wedding?
find it.
When is this wedding? And am I showing up? That's the real question.
That is the real question.
When is it? Give me some dates so I can start
Not on
narrowing
stream.
down
Not
where
on
you're
stream.
at.
Not on
Not
stream.
on
This
stream.
is this is
Oh,
not
okay,
the
I'm
place to
sorry.
discuss those
Can't give
things.
too
You know,
much-
you
can't give
guys
too
know
much
I'm
info
totally
away.
joking around. I apologize.
I'm just, we can't like
You're
fully
right.
dox ourselves. I will be at
We
this
can't
location on
dox
this
it out
day,
like that.
away from my house. Like can't do that.
So really what I can do is just hit them up on email all the time going, where's my invite? Where's my invite? Where's my invite? And
That's right.
show up eventually.
That's
And
appropriate.
every time you do, Ethan sends you a response with a different location.
Oh,
Different
yeah.
That would
location,
be-
different day,
Oh my
different time.
God, Mike, why'd you give them that golden idea?
And then so one of them is going to be correct,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
but you
Oh.
won't know which one.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to be like Maroon 5 on that video where they go to all the weddings. And I'm just going to keep showing up at places till I find you.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna find a bunch of other people's wedding information,
Oh,
and then just like thread that in with our own. So you're gonna go to a wedding,
Oh.
but you just don't know whose.
Hugo, are you down with me for this?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Oh yeah, Hugo and I are doing this.
God.
We're gonna get a convertible, and we're gonna drive around until we find you.
I love it. I love it.
That's at least worth like a season of television.
That is a whole season's worth of TV for sure, or one movie. Just one really
movie.
well edited movie. Awesome. All right, so I finally did all my bookkeeping. Got all the giveaways logged in our various giveaways trackers.
Kyle Ann will tell me the right place. Don't worry, I'll hit her up on the back end. She'll tell me the right place.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, don't bet on it.
I invite you to test your luck on that one.
She might fight you. Good. She's scrappy. I don't know if you've seen her get scrappy with people. Scrappy. Let's see here. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh my God,
yes,
she's
see?
sending me over across the seas. Did you see this chat?
Yes, I did. I do. Oh my god. Well, folks, you know how it is when I'm the one at the keys. I like to raid somebody.
Yes.
And you know what? We have not raided good old Happy Jacks in a long, long time. And Happy Jacks is currently streaming. What game are they playing? St. Eliot's.
GM Hakura.
Oh, they're saying they're playing St. Elco's Fire, lighthearted, Winter Wonderland, actual play situation. Happy Jacks is, I don't know if anyone know, Happy Jacks has been streaming since like before streaming was cool. They've been streaming a long time. And they're a pretty cool little community. So we're gonna give them some love. Everybody, thanks a ton for being here with us tonight, and helping us
Love you guys.
with this project of ours, and just being wonderful people, right?
Even if you don't invite me to your weddings, I love you.
All the loves. All right,
And
everybody.
thank you, Hugo, for running this great game for us.
Oh my God, Hugo,
Yeah.
this was a
Awesome
blast.
game.
Yeah, this was a
Very
blast.
No,
good.
thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you
Mike.
very much.
Yeah.
Mike for the big time shout out.
Yes, that was tons of love. So we're gonna all head over to Happy Jacks. We're gonna toss them some emotes. Be real cool with these folks. Everybody at home, thanks a ton for watching. You're all awesome and amazing, and thanks all of you for playing with us tonight. This has been great.
Namaste.
Namaste. As everyone, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
Just wonder if he's gonna get it.